I mean, you can, but it's going to take fucking forever, and they're going to say no.
Yeah.
Warwick. Oh, I should tell the internet we're pre. Does that guy follow me? Hey, everybody, we're pre-partying. Oh, yeah, I don't want to talk to the mic. Josh is here. Corey's here. Young Ben's not here. We'll talk about that.
He's fired.
If you want to intern tonight, you got like 15, 20 minutes to get here. Thanks, see you.
Ordering info for ASAP.
Oh, BMW just sent me an email about their new 4 Series Coupe. I didn't even know they put out a new car.
So I put our address in and it went in. So I would assume that is deliverable.
What did you put it?
101 Dexter to Warwick.
Sweet. What up, boys? Tony Smith. Who the hell's Tony Smith?
Tonga.
I'm just kidding. SCPOC, S14 OCP, Texas C36 Garage, Tanya Garcia. We get the whole crew up in here. What's happening? Young Ben has abandoned us.
Is this our color? Is this what you want?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
This green grass is green. You can make it any color you want. I'll come with a description within fucking 1
Oh, I
second.
already got one. Yeah.
Young Ben has abandoned us. I need everybody to know that.
What are we buying? What do we get?
I'm a large cheese. I'll eat it myself.
Original tomato pie? Is that?
Does it have cheese on it? Just talking to the mic, man.
Fresh tomato pie?
No. That sounds terrible. Just get large cheese pizza.
Margaretti?
We're ordering Daddy's letting us Margaretti. That's right here, Munich. Daddy's letting us order pizza from Peepee's tonight. So
Meatball and ricotta? Holy shit. That's
I'm
a...
just
Dude, just
with the stock
get
cheese.
some stock cheese. Get a
Isn't that
couple
it?
cheesies.
There's nothing that says stock cheese. It just says...
Corey, can you put eyes on this?
So I assume the original tomato pie,
Yeah, original tomato.
right? Because there's no
They have an extra large?
stock. Everything's aftermarket.
Yeah.
Unless you build your own.
No. You don't want to build your own. They'll harass you the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get a couple large Caesar salads.
Original tomato.
Yeah, Young Ben has abandoned us, so we're not getting shawarma tonight. We're getting
Hold
Peepee's.
on.
Well, never mind.
Wait a second. This pie has no mozzarella.
No, you don't want a tomato pie. We're going to look like a bunch of tomato idiots.
This has gone horribly
Or
wrong.
exclusive in the room. What's going on? We're ordering pizza right now. We're going to be eating it live on the podcast. This is going to be a real smoke show.
I don't see fresh tomato pie.
No, that's the one that has tomato slices on it.
Okay.
I don't want
You
that.
can't find the cheese pizza
I
option.
don't see a regular pizza.
Yeah, the tomato pie is what we're looking for.
Does it have
So
cheese,
tomato
though?
Pie.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Build your own original tomato pie with mozzarella.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do they have an extra large?
There's a large.
Mm,
Add toppings.
me and the kids eat a large myself.
Build your own pie.
Kinder, come on over, man. You wanna be our intern for the night?
2 cheese pizzas. 2 original tomato pie. Or do we want to get 2 mediums?
No, you got to get larges. You take it home for the kiddos.
Checkout.
I'm just kidding. There won't be any pizza left. Kenner's in the room. Who's that?
Jason.
Is that him just walking around in the place?
Oh,
It's- Tell Dobbins. I need my wheels. I love that guy.
He said, I run a group of children. It's like a daycare only with wheels.
I didn't even know we had that kind of connections over there. I got a Rotiform everything.
This is Providence, right?
Big shout out to Rotiform. This is East Providence.
Actually.
It's all good, buddy. Way to miss you. Is he giving us a tour of Rotiform right now? Holy Jesus, that's a big warehouse.
No, he's just calling everyone a child.
That's amazing. Is he sending that to you, or is that his Instagram?
No, he sent it to me because
Jeez,
I
you
asked
guys-
him what his deal is. Like, just bring us up.
Yeah, let's get him on here.
But then there is a little bit of a time zone difference there.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 hours isn't a big deal. I did this from Poland. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Were you working?
I don't know what I was doing. I might be doing this from Poland forever. Honestly, if this world keeps going like this.
We can just work out like a little screen to put
Dude, I would love to be the Eastern European correspondent for Revival Motoring.
really a market we don't have filled yet.
We have nothing in there.
Very
And I know
true.
there's a big car culture out there. I don't know. If I have to abandon ship, you might catch me over there.
The 126Ps or whatever they are.
Yeah, I'd be running that Maluk, that Polski Fiat.
Oh, I was about that thing.
What do you think, listeners? You think I should move to Poland, abandon the United States of America, and be a foreign correspondent? I could put you guys up. I got a big place.
Revival A, Motoring A.
Wrong country, but we're there.
Yeah, it's close.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, I just think about the amount of shit I could buy there if I just sold all my shit here.
Yeah.
That'd be a god.
A dollar goes a lot further there.
A lot further.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law just got back from there. There's nothing. There's nothing. It's just the fucking normal Poland. Which isn't very normal usually, but I'm only wanted in Italy, Tonga. I am wanted in Europe. All the countries are fighting for my citizenship, you know? I don't think so. Oh! Did you hammer it through? I'm so excited we're doing a Revival Pizza Party. No, they don't extradite to Italy. That would be amazing. It's EU though, so I think I could be arrested in Poland.
It might be worth it for the story.
I've honestly, if you want to be honest, I've been arrested in Poland. It's on probation for a long time. Can't get into that story.
All right.
You get mozzarella cheesy breadsticks?
No.
Son of a bitch.
I just got
No, it's totally. It's way more pizza. We're gonna have to fight this one. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be here in 10 minutes. Did you pay the whole thing online?
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna get the door?
Any one of us, yeah, we can get up.
Imagine getting extradited. What a great story that would be for a speeding ticket in Italy.
Alleged speeding ticket.
Alleged.
Order received. Says it's going to be 53 minutes. So we're going to have
Okay,
a
a
pizza
little
party during
halftime.
the session here. I'm going to go have a whiz before we go.
Yeah, I think I was gonna do it too.
Go ahead, go together. I'll just stay here.
I got to pull up some audio.
I got a bunch of stuff here ready to go.
Our sound level's looking good. Everyone in the chat room. Can you see if we have some sound levels? I'm getting the board out right now. Okay. What are you looking at over there?
This gentleman proposing what looks to be on some sort of bridge somewhere,
Yeah.
and the photographer who's supposed to be capturing it all stepped in front of not a motorcycle, a bicycle,
Mm-hmm.
and he ran her over.
Oh boy. In my wedding,
It's not a great start.
a photographer dropped like this wicked expensive prime lens. Like,
Really?
oh my god, it was like an 80 mil Canon L lens, and
What
she
the
just
fuck was going on at your wedding that you needed that kind of lens?
putting it on the fucking camera body, just
Woofed it?
duffed it. I mean, just like, and I was just like, oh my god, that's like a house in Poland. That lens, it's like a $2,000 lens.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, pretty wild.
Hold on a second.
Once again, if you're joining us right now, Young Ben has abandoned us entirely. We have been made to fend for ourselves, and we're doing that by getting Frank Pepe's Pizza, and it's going to come in the middle of the podcast, so you guys are going to have an awesome time watching us eat pizza. Podcast Daddy has finally agreed to let us have it, so I'm pretty psyched about that. We get a great show for you today. We're going to
We hope.
talk about stuff that has to do with cars. Not a lot of news, though, this week.
Minor news.
Hardly anything was released. Also kind of let down at how many people did not respond to our post about being our intern for the day. As the first test, everyone failed. You guys gonna high five on the way over? Ooh. Josh pulled out what seems to be a personal size bottle of hand sanitizer. And he's now rubbing his whole body in it. There it is. There they are. There's the handos. Dude, you'd be surprised.
Greased up deaf guy?
Are all fans only fans? This is the liveliest pre-show we ever done.
Is it? Everybody's all revved up.
Oh my God, everybody's a lot of people responding.
I'm revved up, probably a little too revved up because I drank a coffee and I had half an energy drink.
You going all the way though on that thing?
Off the fucking rails.
Dude, I had my second yerba mate for today. It really did it for me. They don't deliver it in space bags anymore, which is a bummer.
They ran out.
They ran out of space
That's
bags.
why.
And now it came in just crappy bags. I bought a refrigerator that can refrigerate 4 16-ounce cans for my office today.
So is it like one of those little
I guess so, yeah.
like desk ones? Yeah. Little desk pop.
It's going to be unbelievable. $100 on a 30 rack you can have young Connor. That's more than Josh. That's more than all of us make. $100 on a 30 rack. Jesus.
My God, the fuck is that? What's he going to do?
I know. For $100 on a 30 rack? Jesus. We're going to give the kid a slice of pizza.
Is it like one of those little...
Uh-oh.
Ooh, I got to remember.
I saw you seeing me. What that was that noise?
Yeah. No, that was
T's in the room. What's up, buddy? Hope you're good, man. We're just pre-partying right now, getting ready to really knock this baby out of the park. We had a great show coming up. Tell you that much.
They get better every time.
Is there actually a way to cut the pre-show out of our YouTube broadcasts? I'm sure it's hurting us.
I would have to download the file.
Nope. We're not going to do that.
Then splice it, and then, yeah, that's...
Yeah, but Young Ben does nothing for way less than $100 in a 30 rack.
Yeah.
Also, he's not of legal age.
He gets a free soda.
Free soda.
He gets his little toke break.
Toke break.
And then he gets shawarma out of the deal when he eats. He doesn't always eat.
Sometimes when he has his wisdom teeth out or something, he doesn't eat like a wimp.
Yeah.
These inquiries are going for the chief intern specialist position. That is correct, sir. Yeah, come on up. Ooh,
Oh, cool.
I want to tell TDs about the thing, but I can't.
What thing? Oh.
The big donut. TDs, I'm going to DM you.
What's going on here?
Shouts tees.
Yeah, TD's up in the room right now.
City's up in this biatch.
Pre-show is the reason to watch on YouTube. Oh, Tony, you're too nice to all of us.
Definitely too nice to me.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Where's TD's? There he is. Here's the button. Here's the message.
Speaking of buttons.
Boop. We get to talk about the big donut. Not
I'm gonna
online.
hit that
Later.
button. Yeah, yeah. That button's hit. I think everybody's peed.
Oh, we're paying Tony for young Connor.
Still no.
That's the
Still.
hardest no yet.
What are we paying Tony for?
Nothing.
Okay.
Maybe to make some cups.
Oh, yeah, we could get some cups made.
Yeah, did those cups sell out?
Yes.
Nice.
And I was thinking about making some more.
I had one. It looks like you sold it.
No.
Well, Josh, it ain't here anymore, buddy.
It's up there.
There she is.
Yeah, I think that's yours. I think that's your old girl.
That's the old girl
Yeah,
right
it was
there.
yours
It's up
Yeah,
from
somewhere.
here.
yours actually said Chuck Who. So
Like engraved
so-
on it. Yeah.
So I didn't want to sell that one to somebody.
Thanks, Tony.
I mean, if someone wants one and wants to pay more for one engraved, I'll say mine.
Double that. I'll sell you one I drank out of.
There you go.
Let me close that.
There we go.
That's our order. All right, orders received.
Pizza is in the oven right now.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Tony, I'm so happy my name's on it.
They received the order. That's all I got. But I won't distract myself with that.
Texas E36 Garage is not wrong, but I can't talk about that yet. But we're going to get into it, buddy.
Yeah. Do I have my... Let me make sure my thingy's set up here. Yeah, that's good there. That's good there. But I'm going to have to unmute that.
This is fantastic. Ken Block just posted this picture of like Google Earth.
Yeah.
It says, "Can you find any other places I've slayed tires on Google Street View?" And it's a picture of the road in Texas that he filmed Gymkhana 10 on.
There you go.
Oh, that's
Just-
awesome.
It's still totally like
Yeah.
donuted up
Has
and
it been
everything.
down to Indian Point?
I don't think it's been down there. No.
I think even he'd appreciate that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real recognized real.
Kenny, you been here?
Shouts to Kenny lookalike there.
Yeah, shout out to Kenny lookalike. I never noticed it until I started seeing all the
Well, then they,
Wait, what? Who's
then they
playing
harp
into
on
it?
it.
What?
Jason looks just like Ken Block, or Ken Block looks just like Jason. I
If
don't
you
know which
put, they put,
Wait, what Jason?
they put each other,
rotiform.
Really?
they
Yeah.
put each other in like a Munster hat and a t-shirt.
Yeah, they
And
look
you
exactly
don't-
the same.
Yeah, you do. It's quite good.
I saw this video. I didn't even realize. Wait. My mind is.
Shouts to the new Rotiform video.
That's amazing.
At least, yeah, I was going to say, you can kind of see it on the screen.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to address before we get rolling?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm ready to party, man.
There's a Mustang in the other room. I'm amped on that.
Oh, it's on. It's getting the ride of air.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, bummer.
It's got a shaker hood and everything. That's
Lots
unfortunate.
of people want the ride of air these days, and it is not good.
Yeah, it's just not.
It's come from the underground.
I'm going to be honest. A lot of people don't like good stuff.
Well, also a lot of people that had the ride of air are now like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that, man. Let me get the real deal.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've had both.
Let me speak to you.
Well, I was coilovers first.
Yep.
Went to air and back to coilovers.
Right back. I'm crawling
And I
back to
will
coilovers.
never-
This is something I think Chuck can attest to. Is a lot of people think coilovers stop at $1,000. Coilovers cost $1,000, right? But air ride costs $3, $4, whatever. I don't even know what it costs anymore, right? What happens when you buy expensive coilovers?
Oh yeah, no coilovers. I mean,
How good do they ride? It's worth the money.
Oh, big dog coilovers like a KWV3.
yeah.
Rides so good, it's ridiculous.
It's worth the money.
My E30 rides better than. We should talk about this in the podcast, but my E30
Yeah.
rides better than any of my like modern cars
Yeah.
with suspension, and you don't have to stop at V3s. I mean, you can spend
You can do
$10,000
club
bucks if you
sports,
want. Yeah, you can go
Do
get
some
Motons.
JRZs.
You want to get Motons?
Olins, yeah.
I'm really looking forward to riding along in my ASTs someday.
Let's
Someday.
take a ride now.
Yeah, let's go for a ride.
It'd be ugly.
Nah, it'd be great, buddy.
That'd
We get
be
a big
ugly.
parking lot,
It would be crab walking every which way.
like a Hummer.
Just like, I don't think you guys seen it. There was a video that was sent to me of like a BMW wagon
Mhm.
that clearly was not put together correctly because the back end was
Doing tricks.
leading the front, if you will.
It was like
quite good.
a ladder truck.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, well, that ain't right.
You got a kid in the back
Yeah.
steering.
Yeah. So, let's
Let's party.
let's cue the boys.
Let's party.
Let me just hit you with something real quick.
So now as I come to the front view, say a 3/4 front view of the vehicle, this obviously is like we're talking about the elephant in the room. And yeah, this is a tough one. I mean,
I think that says it all, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen. That's
That guy really didn't like the 400Z.
I was real upset.
Really?
That is just a small little taste of what is to come in this episode. Obviously, we have some stuff to talk about, and stuff meaning BMW in particular.
Mm-hmm.
With that said, welcome everybody. I'm Josh Garcia, and this is the Revival Motoring Podcast. As always, I'm joined by Chuck Hu
Holla.
and Corey.si.
Hello, hello.
Before we get rolling, this episode is brought to you by us, Revival Motoring. The pre-order for issue number 6 is still live. I was going to take it down on Tuesday, but as I forgot to do so in the morning, orders continued to trickle in, and then they continued to trickle in yesterday and today as well. So I figured, all right, fine, we'll leave it up. Friday, this coming Friday, tomorrow, will be the last day. We're going to finally I got to take down. So With that said, thank you to everybody who ordered. If you did not, visit revivemotoring.com and you can pre-order a copy there.
Get yourself a magazine and don't text me when they sell out.
Yeah. Don't at me.
Yeah, seriously. We're not a big conglomerate, so we have to really, budget what we can actually pay for and what we print. So obviously, we can't print 1,000 of these things and pre-order a handful, 100, and sit on the rest of them. So, this isn't like a pre-order it and, help us. It's just, no, this is what we're going to order. This is kind of what we do to establish how much of these things we do get printed. So there is a reason behind it, and we will not have that many up for sale once they are printed. So that's that. Then after you leave our website, you can go visit our YouTube channel where you can like, comment, and subscribe. Then go visit us on iTunes, leave a 5-star review. Between our podcast, videos, and print magazine, we produce content on a weekly basis. We are able to do that because of your support. So visit the webpage and grab something. Thank you very much.
We should all mention that Young Ben is not in the room today. Not behind the damn desk because Young Ben abandoned us.
He's fired.
He said he was going to be late.
Yep.
Grain of salt, fine.
He was
And
late
then-
last week.
And then a few hours later, said he was not going to be here.
Young Ben.
We don't know what's going on. He said he was sick.
Sick of us.
Might be sick of the abuse, which is fine.
Maybe he
yeah.
found a rock.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know for sure what's happening with that young man.
It's tough times because we had to fend for ourselves for food.
Tough.
We made a totally not last-ditch effort to get another intern in here
Right.
about 30 minutes ago.
Fully expecting somebody to show up within a half hour of us posting it. We did have to run to the store today by ourselves, get some water and refreshments.
Really tough times over
But
here
we're
at the
here.
RMP.
We're ready to go. There'll be better days.
Better days are coming.
With that said, do we have any
If you'd like to leave a callback number, press 2.
callbacks?
Tony said he's in a Wayfair cabinet somewhere.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Young Ben's a big lad. I think he could fight his way out of a
I'm
Wayfair
glad we'll
cab.
get
I
that
don't-
reference.
I don't think he's got the slightest bit of like upper body
the
strength.
fight. The fight in him.
No appeal for the Wayfair crew, though. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
No. We know what you're doing there.
He's a
Yeah, we know.
lanky guy. Yeah.
Today's episode brought to you by Wayfair.
Callbacks.
You got any?
Yeah. Kay Bala hit me up, said little callback for the next podcast. I listen to you guys on Spotify at 1.2 speed, and it sounds like all of you after a bang. What a lot of high energy.
I listen to
There's-
all my podcasts on 1.2 speed.
Really?
I've saved
There's-
so much time.
Another callback that we got last week or the week before. Forgive me, I can't remember who sent it to me, but they said they accidentally set it to like 0.5 speed,
Yeah.
and it just sounded like we were all completely hammered.
I think 1.2 should be good, especially when we all do drink energy drinks.
Right, because then it's even more.
Like if I could rip that monster right now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it would be. It
Where's that
wouldn't be able to
yerba?
Understand me? It's already gone. It's
Oh,
in
yeah.
me.
It's out of you.
I'm already powered up.
Back to the Reese's.
Yes.
Had a Reese's egg this week.
Yes.
One egg. Wait,
They are
you had an egg this weekend?
Egg.
an
How old
egg.
is that thing?
Yeah. Where do you find an egg? For
Oh, is
what?
it- Was it an egg? It's an egg.
Or
Oh, no,
pumpkin.
it's a pumpkin. I'm
Okay,
sorry, pumpkin.
pumpkin.
My bad,
I
pumpkin.
hope it's a pumpkin.
Yeah, a
Jesus
pumpkin.
Christ.
Coworker at work had them. They are significantly smaller than I remembered. 40 is 100% doable. 10 minutes.
Wait, so
10
40,
minutes is seeming a little more realistic at this point.
40 pumpkins?
40 pumpkins.
Okay. Because I think the initial discussion was about the old round boys.
Yeah, 40 regs.
Yeah.
But then we got into the
Right,
K-hole
the-
that is the
the-
shapes.
PB to chocolate ratio. Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I think for the quantity, if you will, the real go-to would be the roundies.
The round guys.
Yeah, I think that's
Round,
just
I think
standard.
just swallow them whole.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no sharp edges. You got to get rid of the sharp edges.
The benefit to the shape is there's no wrapper.
The thing about
That's
the thing about the
huge.
shapes that suck though, the round edges are pretty much the hard edges of the Reese. That's why I'm in it.
The hard edges.
It
I want
adds
the
a bit of
snap.
something.
Oh,
to
really?
It. Yeah,
I want
it
the
adds a bit
snap.
of something to it.
I
Although,
like just
Back
a
in the
bald
day,
mush.
the vampire commercials, you just eat the center of them.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Although I do enjoy again the smooth dolphin-like
Yeah.
finish on the pumpkins.
Oh man, it'll be such a tie-in.
I know.
It'll be such a
I
tie-in.
know.
It's perfect.
You'll find out in a couple of weeks. Mike FNY was the gentleman who said he slowed us down and sounded like we were all drunk.
Okay.
So glad you could do that. We were all wondering.
Quite good.
Let's see, what else do I got? Oh, the meet that we did
Meet
quickly
meet.
Oh, yeah.
last
How'd that go?
Friday,
Saturday.
which ended up getting rescheduled to Saturday. It was good. Had the boys come out, wasn't a big crowd, but there were enough of us. We had fun. Kinder made wings. It was incredible. Big shout to Kinder. Working on getting our grill seaworthy. Once we get that seaworthy,
What was
we'll
up
be
with
able
the
to have a real
grill?
one. I just didn't look at it at all.
I was at home cooking up a fucking storm. There was a huge
Yeah.
UFC on, so I couldn't be bothered.
Was that the day?
Kinder made some wings though.
I saw them.
Shit.
Yeah.
I can't remember what day I made meatballs. I think it was the following day.
Following day.
Yeah.
Sunday's a good day for meatballs.
So yeah, shout out to
solid.
Pete came down, big seat. Zach was here. Who else was here? Vinny.
Kelvin
I was
came
gonna say
by.
Calvin
Calvin.
was here. Other
Medium
finger
P?
tight Chris. I mean, we had a lot of people here.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Kinder, obviously. Who did I forget? Medium Performance. I don't know. Thanks everybody came on, man. That was fun. It was like the Skyline Owners Club, honestly, at one point.
Silver Raptors
Silver
look
Raptor.
so good. I
Decal
think-
package or not decal package?
No decal package. Silver Raptor might be the best variant.
Just flying under the radar.
Looking beefy, but suspiciously beefy.
Sitting over the radar.
Yeah.
While flying under the radar.
Yeah.
Just looks like a cloud.
The gentleman who owns the body shop across the street from us has one.
He always has some hot dog shit outside.
Yeah.
He has that yellow Ferrari.
Silver
and shit.
Raptor, no decal package. It just look in the way. Look
That's
in
the
the way.
one.
It's a spicy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just spicy enough, man.
Although I like the white ones with the decal package.
You know, yeah, because you're getting to the stormtrooper look, which is always a can't
win,
can't
right.
fail.
I like the decal package factory installed. I don't like it when people are writing mountain on the
Add
side
their
of their
own shit.
Jeeps and
Right,
shit.
right. Let's leave
Like
this.
if your Jeep doesn't come with a stupid word on the side of it, please don't put it on yourself. It's,
Yeah.
It makes you look dumb.
It doesn't. Yeah. It's
It's not good. Just
Yeah.
you know what? Spend that money on the Polaris slingshot you always wanted.
Yeah.
Get you in a good rate on one
Get you a
of those.
beautiful Polaris slingshot.
Speaking of trucks,
Trucks,
Big Tim of all people
the biggest of Tim's.
has an actual callback.
Oh my god.
He sent me a vehicle that's for sale on Auto Trader.
Old Blue.
I wish it was all blue.
Non-turbo diesel.
Well, we were talking about some big truck stuff. It's
Yep.
a 2004 Chevrolet Kodiak
Kodiak.
C4500 two-wheel drive crew cab.
Let me take a look at that. Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure he or someone else sent that to me. as
Yeah.
well. That's
So if anyone feels like looking up something you should absolutely never spend your money on, have a look at this here.
Oh my God.
Now, the interesting thing to me here is
Big Tim would look great in it.
it's two-wheel drive, which is
The best wheel drive.
amazing.
Yep.
Technically four because it is a dually. And the entire inside is quilted leather
Oh man, you know if that had
for ultimate comfort.
airbrushed mob bosses on one side and rappers on the other, I'd
Yeah.
buy it.
I go Cheech and Chong on the back window.
Ugh.
Maybe some horses.
Horses for sure.
Horses. A wolf.
Whales breaching.
Breaching
Moons.
what?
or who?
Leave that up to the imagination.
Yeah.
Uh,
Super funny car. Like,
yeah, that's a terrible vehicle.
oh, who would buy something like that? It's
Tim.
in Texas.
Hopefully
Oh,
Tim.
I was
in
just gonna
Texas.
say somebody who owns a ranch.
It's in Texas.
Somebody
what
who
are you
owns
gonna, it's
a
a
lot
two-wheel
of
drive
property.
thing. Like, what are you gonna do with it?
What do I mean? Drive around in Texas.
Tow the horses,
We just drive up and down the interstate in Texas with that thing.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can drive off road with two wheels. Just gotta go a little
Yeah.
faster.
and nobody's gonna mess with it.
Yeah.
Yep. Nobody messes with Texas.
Exactly. These colors don't run.
Oh, I got a quick product shout out.
Product.
Oh,
Your boy always has my tires always get gross, like the sides. They always get like stupid dirt stains and crap stains on them.
Yeah.
On everything. My M3 have been running around with stains like that. Ashamed
yeah.
for months now.
Appalled.
I was appalled and ashamed. I was shamed by other people. So I got some Adams tire and rubber cleaner.
And this isn't a paid advertisement. This is
Not yet,
a
unless they
legit-
want to. I mean, they could send me a check. I got some Adams tire and rubber cleaner. This shit has got to be witchcraft.
Okay, you made a
Yeah.
post.
Dude,
using this stuff.
you spray this crap on
Yeah.
and just hit it with like the hard brush. Everything comes off. I mean, stuff that I've been trying to get.
Yeah.
I talked to the guys at Chemical Brothers about a thing, and they gave me this bright yellow shit. And like, just do this with it. It didn't even
No.
attempt. It didn't do anything. This tire and rubber cleaner is witchcraft.
So I picked up the Adam stuff because I like running the rubber mats, the winter mats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
And they get a little stained sometimes. And this Adam stuff has been probably the best.
It's like a nuclear
I've ever
weapon for
used,
that
yeah.
stuff. It's crazy.
And the best part is that it doesn't dry out the rubber over time.
Right, my tires look new. It
Yeah.
wasn't like they were. It wasn't like you put the tire shine, or as I call it, wheel black on
Yeah.
your tires. It just the tires look awesome. So yeah, if you're looking for something to clean up your tires, clean up some rubber around the car,
If you made the
Adam's
mistake,
Tire and Rubber.
Let's
You
get that
made-
original matte shine to it.
Yeah, it's so good.
you made the mistake and put some tire wetters on there,
Pop it right off, boys.
Yeah.
scrape it right off.
So big shout out. I like all Adams' stuff. Their car shampoo's the absolute tits right now.
pH
Is it?
balanced. That's why.
Is that it?
Yeah.
It's got some real holding power to it, which I
Mhm.
like about it. You know, it's just real tick.
It you can feel when you're putting it on.
Yep.
Shout out to one of our listeners. Actually, just acquired his new vehicle, a Model Y.
Oh.
Just came in. So shout out to Jesse.
Oh wow. So
Oh,
he
holy
hit the
crap.
ordering really good.
Yeah.
One of my buddies just ordered one too in Cali.
That was about a little over a month, right?
So the way he explained it to me was they manufacture them in like quarters,
Mm-hmm.
and if you get in at the right time, you don't have to wait a long time
You
for
just
your
snag
vehicle.
it.
Yeah.
So your waiting time is much less, but you're ordering it at essentially the same time someone did at the beginning of the quarter.
Yeah.
Only someone's waiting 3 months and you're waiting 3 weeks.
Right.
So, which I think he ended up going with the Pepsi blue color,
Yeah, that's the best
Looking
color they
good.
do. I
What
think.
color
good.
interior?
black. He's got a
Okay.
dog that he's dogs with him 24/7. So,
Yeah.
That'll do it.
white was not going to be the way.
Oh, you know what? Big shout to FCP, man, for some kind words they put up on their. What was that? Their blog, Josh?
Oh yes. Matter of fact, let me pull that up.
Yeah.
Huge shout to FCP Euro. Their blog, they actually put us up there. Not the do-it-yourself blog.
Like their top 7 podcasts they listen to. And I don't want to say we're number 1, but
we were number one. Yeah.
No, in all serious, huge shout out to those guys. Great write up. Shouts to Nate for writing that up because it's difficult for me in particular, and probably us, to really get a feel for outside stuff. We're just here. We're going to be us. We're going to do our same stuff each week and go from there. So that outside perspective, and to have it written about and talked about and kind of discussed, it's very cool to see, and it was a great read.
Yeah, we always talk about how we can't believe anyone listens to us, never mind recommends us. So it's really interesting there. Thanks to the guys at FCP. I know we could have Jade on soon.
Yeah.
And anybody else who wants to come up.
I mean,
from
I
down
told
there.
Jay there's literally an open invite every Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
That
knows
kinda
where
goes
we
for the
are.
whole crew.
He knows what time we start. So
Yeah.
it's up to him to whenever he wants to pop in and hang out and drop some one-liners for us.
Maybe right now.
Yeah.
You know, because Young Ben's out of the room.
Yeah.
Ooh, big shout to Verge in the room.
When he's not being, daddy of the week.
Yeah.
Daddy of the week.
Yeah, that's
That's a hefty schedule.
a heavy response.
It's-
That's a load to bear.
Right.
Den Patrol Rob.
I wanted to
Yes.
talk about this. Yes, I get to spend a short amount of time, but
So I'll tell you what, I took Monday off from work to
Yeah.
have all the dents removed from the fleet.
Dent holiday.
It was a dent holiday. And Rob showed up in the Bug with the trunk on that modern Bug,
Mhm.
ridiculous. It doesn't make sense how much room's in the back of that thing.
yeah,
The amount of tools and shit Rob had in there to get my dents out, ludicrous.
Yeah.
Had my brother's S2000 show up. So I dropped the shelf on my wife's car like the week after I bought it. So that was kind of first priority. He just deals in black magic.
yeah.
It doesn't make sense. We're going to have him on the podcast, which is a really good story about how he got into it, etc. Learned at a young age. He just knocked it out of the park, man. I swear, he took dents out of my wife's car,
Yep.
my F10 M5, my brother's S2000, like including the hardtop, which was crazy. My M3, my M6,
M Coupe.
M Coupe.
I'm sorry. The M Coupe is the last because
The M Coupe I was there for.
he literally just the M Coupe, like he took out of the left fender, out of the driver's side fender, he took a ding out of, which
Yeah.
we had to take the taillight for. And I was like, "You want to take the taillight off? Stick to the other side?" It's like, I don't think I have to take anything off to get that. And he just breaks out this hammer with some rubber end.
Yeah.
And he just kept hitting it
And hitting it.
and hitting it and hitting it until it just literally went back to stock.
It just
And
disappeared.
this isn't from like someone dinged my fender in a Stop and Shop. This is from high speed crashing into a tire wall.
If you haven't listened, go back. There's an episode about the Nürburgring.
Yeah.
And we discuss.
That was my own personal Nürburgring that day.
We discuss Chuck's incident, if you will. He had an off.
The Nürburgring.
Bit of a tank slapper.
So he got that out, and then he's like, "Oh, there's some dents up front," and like he sees dents that nobody sees.
I was just gonna ask. He basically can look at something and just be like, "Oh, there's that,
Dude,
that, and that."
The hood on that car has never looked like it was. I just realized it was a whole. The whole thing was a dent.
And Chuck was like, "Oh, there's really nothing on the hood." And Rob's looking at it. He's like, "You might want to look from this angle." And he's like, "There."
Yeah, he's like holding up and looking
there.
down it. He's got awesome tools, man. What a good guy.
Singular dent perspective, right? He notices a dent and he goes, "I'm gonna attack that one." How long does he usually spend on a dent?
It depends on the dent. Because the dent on my wife's door that I bought the car with and literally got $1,000 off the car because of.
Yeah.
That was like a big boy. That was like take the door trim off, etc. And it was ridiculous. And the dent on the hood where like when I dropped the shelf on it, it like dented two places right next to each other. And I always thought that meant like, all right, well, hood's done.
Right.
I mean, if he can, it's all about getting access from what I could tell. If he can get access to it, like if it's on the hood where you can just pop the sheet off, or on the older cars where like there's nothing between it.
Yep.
He can literally just pop the dent out. I mean, within 5 minutes.
Yep.
Just make it disappear. I was watching him work on the driver's rear fender on the M Coupe, and he's got the light set up and everything. And I'm watching, and he's like, I see him fiddling around, and then the dent just disappears.
It just goes away. It just goes away.
And I was like, well, I watched, but I didn't see what happened, and that's because it just went away.
And the funny thing is, when we were running his promotions, I wrote that and just always thought like, yeah, it's just some weird magic that he uses to make this happen. And you guys got to see it in person.
But I mean, he fixed a dent on my M6 that was probably repaired by a dent guy in California 20 years ago, and he's like, "Yeah, this guy just sucked," and he fixed it. I mean, it's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. He'll show up to your place. I mean, I'd like to, if you're going to have him come out and you're as far away as we are, like, schedule a couple cars.
Right.
He put on his Instagram, my brother's hardtop on his S2000. He bought like the factory hardtop. Corey went with him, talked about it on the podcast. It had a couple dings in it. One like long creasy thing. Mm-hmm. Dude, knocked him out. Like as soon as he got access, knocked him right out. I mean, it was crazy. Absolutely crazy. So like, I'm telling you, if you got a dent in your stuff, give him a yell. You can send him a pic via Instagram. He'll definitely give you a good idea what it'll cost to get him out there and make it happen. Yeah. It's worth it all day. There are a bunch of panels he fixed on my cars that I was just fine with. Like, I was like, well, that's an old car. It's just going to stay like that. Yeah.
That's cool.
Like my E28, we put together a strategy for when he comes down here to do Revival Dent Day. Yeah. It looks like someone just crashed a motorcycle into the rear driver's side door. And he thinks he can get it. That would be
I think he can.
Crazy.
After seeing some of the other stuff he do.
Oh, I don't doubt it anymore.
He can 100% make it better.
So, it was incredible. Rob at Dent Patrol. He's on Instagram as Dent Patrol. We're gonna have him on. We're gonna have a dent day at Revival. So if we do have a dent day, I'll let everybody know. So we'll come down some Wednesday. So if you want to bring your shit and get a dent removed, we'll make that happen. And I talked to him about maybe coming out to some of our little events. Yep. And bringing it. And helping you out with the little stuff, because this is the guy that you trust with your nice stuff. So
that'd be cool. Yeah, for sure.
So that was awesome. Big shout to Rob. It seriously blew my mind. And I've had a couple of people reach out. His pricing is beyond reasonable, but I'm obviously not his representative, so I'm not giving you prices. Talk to Rob. Because I don't want to give you some shitty price.
And every incident that needs to be fixed is going to be different.
Yeah, it's like a dent by dent scenario. If you look at the door on my E28, I mean. It's probably $10,000 to fix that. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. That's why I don't get prices. Just buy a whole new rig.
Whole new car. You have a new door, but not painted.
Yeah, doors. I think I have like 4 doors. Shout out to Fingertight Other Chris. Bought those off him a decade ago.
Yeah, about.
You guys got other ones? Because I got a funny one.
I have a very long callback. It goes a handful of episodes ago.
Yeah, do it.
So this was sent to us from Dylan, also known as tall_goober on Instagram. And he just writes, "Hi, Josh. I'd like to leave a callback for episode number 112. In the podcast, you made a statement that you do not understand why people, car enthusiasts, are into minivans. I, too, was an unbeliever, but have since seen the light. I don't know, man. You don't have me yet. Allow me to explain. He said, a year ago, myself and 2 other friends traveled to Japan. During the first week, we conducted a grand tour of sorts, each renting a sports car and driving through Tokyo, visiting car shops, tracks, and natural sights. It sounds like a hell of a time.
Yeah, it sounds like a great time.
Naturally, we wanted to visit mountain roads and test out these cars in their home environment. We had fun. However, the large girth of our sports cars proved difficult to navigate the tight, narrow roads in country Japan. For the second part of our trip, we decided to rent a van, specifically the best van in the world, the Toyota Alphard. Originally, we thought this was a practical choice and that we would not feel any fizz from the driving experience. We were wrong. The 4-wheel drive and compactness of the van allowed us to blast up mountain roads with a fury that is likely only to be matched by Randy Pops on Pikes Peak.
Oh, that's
I
fury.
mean, he just went off. So
yeah, he did.
That's some fury.
The ride height allowed us to motocross over the large speed bumps in the road that would destroy body parts of any other sports car. Truly, we had found the perfect travel vehicle for Japan. Just goes to show you that the Japanese take a concept that we think to be dumb and make it incredible. So before you ride off a van, go to Japan, rent an Alphard, and drive up a mountain. The smile on your face as you rev the socks off will bring you happiness for decades. P.S. Love the show. Keep up the good work. And he sent us a picture of him and the boys with their cars that they rented.
Let me see the boys. What kind of cars we talking?
yeah, 300.
Looks like a Supra.
Yep.
It's pretty funny. To the left, we have a 350Z.
Oh, there's your problem.
350Z. To the far right, we have a Mark IV Supra.
Oh.
And the car that they're standing in front of and hiding is a blue Subaru. Looks to be a WRX. I don't think it's an STI. And then in the next photo is the actual Alphard van that they rented.
All I can say, if you're renting an STI or Subaru, like, of course the van's going to be better, first off.
It's going to feel like leaps and bounds.
Yeah, but, like, come on. That's a Toyota.
I don't think, I mean, practicality-wise, okay, that was a good tool for the job to get up the mountain. But you're also talking about a scenario that's going to be incredible with almost anything.
Well, you got to remember as well, like, it probably wasn't better than taking those cars besides a Subaru up the mountain. But if you get all your boys in a van and you're blasting around Japan, I mean, that's pretty much the best time ever.
A prime example
You
is
could all be in a tuk-tuk. It's not going to matter.
the 3 of us driving Ransom Pete's van, like, I don't know, a year ago now or something, or pushing a year ago. I mean, we were topping out at maybe 32 miles an hour.
No, it's KPH.
And all just uncontrollably laughing at
yeah,
and having
no, I mean, I get
time.
that. With the boys, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's
So
not the van. It's you and the homies.
It's the
But I'm sure the van rips as a Japanese market Toyota
I mean,
van.
It looks cool.
It looks
Yeah, it
cool.
looks
Like
awesome.
you have that van here. Okay, that's going to go a long way. I think my disdain and hatred is for, Dodge Caravan.
Well, it's definitely lighter and more powerful than the Subaru.
I mean, if you come here and you ride a Sienna, right? I
Toyota
guess
Sienna.
a Toyota Sienna, which is
I don't know. Still has
Their
nothing.
van.
I just
no, but like, and you're gonna go drive through like Montana. I mean, if you got a great group of friends,
right. Then
it's gonna be a great time.
Yeah,
but
right.
like,
regardless of right.
But yeah, that's why fast sedans are the best. You just load
There
them
you
up
go.
with
Right,
their
you
homies.
just fill them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
that's
don't
why you run a
think,
Charger.
But I don't doubt that the van is awesome.
I think the van
I doubt we
added
get
to
vans
it.
like that though.
I think the van added to it, but didn't make the scenario.
But I certainly appreciate the outside perspective.
Yes, and shouts to Dylan for the callback.
Big shout, man.
Thank you for listening. That is an awesome trip that I am envious of.
Yeah,
Sounds
same.
like a great one.
That was it for my
I got one
immediate
more.
callback.
Boys, this weekend was a big Connecticut car meet. I don't know how it went down. I only knew about it from my friends at Lock City Drift who were doing a demo at it. It was the Broke East meet over there somehow.
Yep.
That we didn't hype beforehand, probably on purpose, because I don't know how they were able to do it. But I went for ice cream with my daughter over there thinking, like, I'm going to get to see how hilarious it is.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. We get stuck in traffic of people getting let out of Thompson.
Yep.
Yeah.
The vape squad at that place was strong.
There looked to be a lot of people there.
Dude, it was crazy. Then we get to the ice cream spot once we got through that. And the amount of accurate TLs in the ice cream parking lot, I was just like, babe, we're turning around.
No ice cream today.
You know,
Yeah,
I think
we just went home.
3-6 Madfia said it the best.
Oh, I love that guy.
Where he was like, was it like stock car?
He wrote, "Can't wait to see everybody's bone stock cars next year."
Yeah.
So we came back and we get to, you know how we come out of Thompson, if anyone's familiar with it, you take a left and go up the hill.
Yep.
The traffic was backed up to like maybe 100 feet from the gate.
That far?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So
Yeah.
me and my daughter took a left and took a dirt road back to where we had to go, which was KWV3 once again is the best riding suspension on the planet.
Yeah.
But man, I mean, wow. I mean, I guess I don't want to. There were people there with cool cars. I know Chester Dom was there.
Yeah.
I know Kelvin was there. There are definitely cool cars there, but that makes up for like 0.05% of the cars there.
Yeah, it's a quantity over quality.
There's definitely
thing.
cool shit that goes.
Yeah. But it's quantity.
Oh, there's quantity.
Yeah.
There was
I'm always a quality guy.
One of the guys from Lock City was they were flexing, taking pictures in front of stock cars, and they had like stories, just
Really?
like endless stories.
I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah, it was so good. 36 Mafia brought that up. It was beautiful.
On a side note to that, I did see Josh Shabby post what was a screenshot of a not so happy person. I don't know if anybody's seen that.
Oh,
But
about
they made a comment about the drifting. They made a comment about how the show was ran. They made all sorts of comments. And again, it is what it is with the show. But like, this is why we can't have nice things.
Drifting was tight. I saw the YouTube guy who was talking about how Club Loose was doing a great job with the drift meet. Yeah. It's like,
Drift
Jesus,
race?
man, come on.
Smoke racing. What was that term?
Burnout racing.
Burnout races.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, just shouts to Josh, Mike, the whole crew there at Lock City. Matter of fact, they're having an event next month, October 30th and 31st, I believe.
Halloween
so that'll
drift.
be the last of this year. So go follow them, check those out, and watch it. But yeah, no, I mean,
I'm going to see some after meet videos.
again, to get everybody out there, especially to see Chester drifting, a handful of people that what's his name, Brian from
Broccoli.
Jimmy's Boys.
Yep.
Bunch of different people out there drifting, putting on a good show. You know, good on them.
Yeah, good to the guys drifting. I saw the drifting. I mean, honestly, I think Josh posted up some videos. Some other folks I follow posted up some videos. It looked like Woodstock, the crowd around drifting. It was crazy. And it was doing exactly what it had to do, was keeping everybody there, keeping everybody entertained.
Right.
Those guys put on a damn good show.
Yep.
the gentleman complaining called it mediocre.
Yeah. Again, it's
Mediocre.
just like, and I wonder if this is somebody who even drifts, who like, it's
Bro,
just,
do you even drift?
It's just like, come on, shut the fuck up. Just
Yeah,
shut up.
yeah,
Just
just
shut up.
That's officially telling you to shut up.
Yes. I had another callback. Matter of fact, kind of a long ish one, but this is one that
We don't do long.
I put out a
rambling
question
callbacks.
this morning.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was this morning or yesterday.
Yep.
I can't remember what day it is.
What do the whistle tips go?
Basically, in regards to, I want to revisit our, is 1989 the best year? Because we did have some people rebuttal, suggest some other years.
Let's hear the wrong
i.e.,
answers.
for instance,
Yeah.
shouts to 36 Mafia. Matt Lee, he just finished last week's podcast, just wanted to throw in my 2 cents on the best car year, which I think is 1995. The last year of OBD1 in the U.S., but also there are a lot of cars that were built that paved the way for all other cars we today aspire to have in the late 90s and the early 2000s. He just said, I just feel like the mid-90s is so underrated and underappreciated compared to the late 90s. S14 versus S15, R33 versus R34, just to name a couple. Also, the last year that the best car Audi never made was the RS2 Avant, also DTM. So, and the reason I posted that thing on the Instagrams is I want to look at some other years.
You understand that OBD1 was available every year before 95 as well.
This is true. Right.
Like
so
just
it
because it's
doesn't
the last
necessarily
year,
make that the special. Right,
like 89, not a problem either. OBD, not being OBD2 is very important if you're looking to have a hot boy thing and not worrying about inspection.
Do either of you have another callback? The pizza
Has arrived.
not arrived,
What happened?
but it will be momentarily, so I can go open the door.
Yeah, I can keep on
Okay,
arguing
if you
with,
wanna keep-
with
yeah, yeah, I
36 Mafia.
Keep something rolling.
Because
Yeah,
there's the
I
so
can't believe pizza's here already. It's
the other
amazing.
the other issue with that is that what Chuck brought up is 95 is the last year, but not the only year. But also, like 95, now you're bordering on it's not going to be an antique. It might be too new to modify and register on some roads here in America.
Right, but that doesn't necessarily disregard the whole year of cars. But I'm thinking like
Yeah.
cars I like the R33 GTR.
Yeah.
It's my least favorite one.
Yeah. I think it's everyone's.
The Eclipse, the Fat Boy Gen 2 Eclipse, not for me.
With the bulbous in the hood?
The bubbles.
Okay.
And then the E36 M3, we get the shaft on.
Yeah.
Audi's never made anything good, so that's not a big problem.
Because we had there's no B5 S4 yet.
Was that Mark III territory?
Yeah, it's Mark III for sure.
I mean, I was trying to think what came out in 95 that was Hot Boy.
What do you got for supercars that came out? I mean, what was Lamborghini doing?
Lamborghini Diablo.
This is Diablo.
Ferrari F50. It might be too early for 50. 40 was 89. It might be 50 around there.
Another reason why
95.
89's the
What
best.
else can we get at 95 that was cool?
let's see. Ferrari F50. What year were you made? 95 to 97. All
Yeah,
right. Well,
F50's
95's
cool.
got the
TDs came out in 95, which is a big deal for me.
TDs was released. He was quite literally dropped.
What else? What else is there good, man? What other cars do I have? Yeah, I don't know. 95 is not a big year for me, but I'm like an 80s guy, and 89 was like the end of the 80s, and everything was cool. The only thing that bummed me about 89 was there wasn't a Grand National available. I missed it by a year.
Acura Integra, which I don't know if that brought the Type R. However, 95 did have the NSX, which is pretty cool. A 95 Land Cruiser. That's another cool car.
Audi exclusive with the URS6. Also not a great car, but I appreciate you.
I always appreciate this participation.
Yeah, I don't know. What's Mr. 36 Mafia, Matt? What's the jam from 95?
I mean, I think anything.
Texas E36 Garage. Okay, that doesn't surprise me. You're a big 95 guy.
Yeah.
If I was looking for an E36 M3, it'd be 95. Because I want OBD1. I want to put a different motor in it. LS.
Let's see.
What year
Here's
did the
one.
LS come out?
I don't know, 1936.
63? Yeah, something like that.
Well, the Dodge Avenger made its debut in 95.
Oh, never mind. I changed my mind.
So,
The bar has been set.
yeah.
I
mean,
just can't think of anything I'm really into that was great in 95.
yeah, nothing screaming. But when I
Dodge
hear
Viper? What was Viper first year?
89, though, it's just fucking, they just
just
rattle off.
Come
Yeah.
right off the top of the head, man.
Yeah. It was the last year for the Ford Thunderbird.
First gen Viper, 1992 to 1995.
No, first gen Viper was hard out in 95. That's strong. The last year of the first gens. That's BDE right there.
It's when they went, oh boy, we might have made a mistake.
Yeah, it's a bit of a problem there for them.
Any other callbacks?
E34 M5.
Wait, didn't you have a funny one? Or did you?
34 M5? Was they still being made in 95?
I had a 94. No.
Was that, I thought,
E30 94 was the last year of that, wasn't it?
well,
Well,
there's that.
Hey, we tried. Do I have another callback? Do I have a funny callback?
Yeah, did you have a small little callback?
What was it?
We already did it, I think, right?
What? Wasn't I making fun of?
I don't know. I think I got sidetracked with the pizza.
I think we should open that pizza.
We'll let it
It's going to be hot for so long, buddy.
let it fester for a bit. I don't want to slap cheese across my face during
Dude,
the whole
I want to
podcast.
slap cheese across my face with the whole podcast.
Diesel Dave 359 tuning in late from Ocean City. We're gonna need some updates from you, my friend.
Oh boy, yeah.
Oh, man.
Already, I mean, not a callback, but already looking like quite a fiasco over there.
Yeah.
Audi exclusive, rough CTR2. Yes, there were a lot of cool Porsches in 1995. I'll give it that. A lot of cool stuff coming out. That's the end of the 993, isn't it?
I got so sidetracked by fucking Steve's comment.
Are you fucking guys? You guys can't all be in the chat room. That's part of the duel.
Yeah.
Well, no,
I
'cause
never am, so get over it.
We were talking
Yeah.
about the Ocean City, and then just fucking Steve just writes, guys, I accidentally shaved my beard. I'm drunk in Ocean City with Diesel Dave.
That's fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
And
And you
Steve
guys,
now looks like a thumb.
maybe. Oh, that's what you guys are
That's
talking
what
about.
we're talking
Maybe
about.
we'll have
That's
you guys
why.
Yeah.
call in and you could be our eyes and ears on the ground
Matter
while
of
we
fact,
eat pizza.
Fucking Steve says it's dead out here, to be honest. Do they have all of the what do you call it? Speed humps in the middle of the road? I'm curious if that's true. Any other callbacks before we get into
No,
it?
I'm good.
No, I get
okay.
deep thoughts.
Deep thoughts. I don't have a
Deep
noise
thoughts.
for that.
Yeah.
Okay. This is when I thought up the other day when I was watching something. BMW M competition is short for dick measuring competition.
let me spend the extra money.
That's exactly what that model is.
Yeah.
Especially we get the M5 competition or even worse, the X3M competition. I mean, it's literally short for dick measuring competition.
Well, I think it's BMW recognizing they've watered down the M.
I think so, but at the same time, it's a bunch of shit that's just like
not really.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Again, we can get into the new one, but there's a let's see, 470 to 510, 50. Let's call it 40 to 45.
I'll take the extra power.
Right?
This is all the other shit it comes with.
And that's the thing. It's just like, all right, the extra power, is that worth the extra?
I think it was stuff they were giving us
$5,000
before that they realized that they could have people pay.
We can get more money for
this.
We can get more money. Black badges.
Yeah. Right. So the real M is the M3 comp.
Right.
With a bunch of extra stupid shit.
The dick measuring competition.
Yeah.
So that's what I believe that's short
Which,
for.
weighing out the pros and the cons of it, I'd probably leave it off.
I agree.
On certain models, like on the 5s and the trucks, yeah.
Especially if I were to take the approach that I typically would do, and I don't want that anyway, so I have to spend money to replace it. Yeah. So I'd get the regular fucking version, and I don't know, an intake and exhaust and make up the
on the current 3 and 4. That might not be the only thing I leave off. Yeah, I might leave the whole purchase off, but we'll get into that.
Yeah,
a lot of work ahead of me if that's the case.
My other deep thought is concept electric cars don't make any sense from hardly known companies.
Please and thank you. My God, I'm so fucking sick of it. Like, there was just another one. Again, forgive me, I forget who sent it over, but there was just yet another one of another electric truck company that has a pre-order up. It's never made anything ever.
Yeah. Right.
And it's just the same repeated process.
People repeatedly forget about the fact that Tesla had to really get the shit kicked out of them for a decade before anything went right.
Right. I mean, people forget the fact that they made the Tesla Roadster. Like, that's the thing.
Correct. You have to suck for years at production.
Yeah.
So they don't. So as I said, electric concept cars don't make sense from unknown companies unless they get purchased by a big company, because production is almost impossible to scale up yourself.
Right.
And if they get purchased by a big giant like GM, we should probably hit the news sound.
News.
Our favorite automotive CEO since Carlos Ghosn.
I mean, that's only like 6 months ago. So
Trevor Milton, founder of Nikola, has stepped down as the executive chairman and board member of the company. Now, I don't know if you remember last time when we talked about this gentleman.
Yeah. Who
had totally rigged the system, so if he has to step down, he's going to get paid $20 million over, I think it was a year or two.
Yeah. Mr. Nutrisystem over here.
So he bailed. Some bank stooge from GM took his spot. Not looking good for GM. Solid way to jump ship. If you look at his statement, it makes it look like he's leaving because he cares about the company, when he's really jumping ship before shit hits the fan, and he's cashing the fuck out.
Yeah. I mean, he cares about his own well-being, which, I mean, everyone should. He cares about maybe the backlash that he would get on his own behalf, which you should.
It couldn't get any worse, could it?
I mean, it could. And it can always get worse.
A day later, he had to deactivate his Twitter account, which he used to vehemently defend his car company, when his cousin accused him of sexual assault.
All right. Jeez, I didn't hear about that one.
I didn't hear about that.
The claim goes way beyond that. I'm not even going to get into it.
Yeah, I said we're not going to venture down a road like that.
But this dude is on the downward spiral train.
Yeah.
I mean,
the cocaine train.
Dude, I was reading that and I was just like, you know what? Yeah. I just need people to know that that's why it's going. You can read it into yourself.
Right.
This guy cashed out right before the shit hit the fan in a big, big way.
I mean, coming. Yeah.
The rest of that, if you read the rest of that, it's literally the worst. It's just terrible. Yeah. So absolutely, that guy. So, I hope it's all fake. I hope it's all a lie.
I was gonna say. So it sounds like he's running away, but if it's all even remotely true, he's not getting very far.
Maybe he knew this was gonna come out.
Yeah.
And it'll actually be good for the company that's not there, but he was definitely jumping before the shit hit the fan. So, it was real. Hopefully, I'd even say hopefully, maybe Nikola will continue on. I don't know. Hopefully for GM they do, so they don't waste all that money.
Maybe GM can figure it out. I mean, they've been around long enough.
Yeah, then they get a new guy at the helm who said a bunch of nice things about this guy before that came out.
Oh, well.
So he's fired.
Just because you're accused doesn't mean it's true.
Yeah.
I'm just saying when it's a member of your family, it's probably not great.
Yeah. It's not gonna look right regardless.
No, that sucks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess our senses were correct for Nicola.
Yeah. Are you smelling
Smelling like
pizza?
some cheese pizza.
It smells like
Yeah.
cheese pizza in here.
News. What else we get for news?
That is nothing. Let's end this podcast.
Let's wrap it up.
Tesla had its battery day.
Oh, you gonna get a battery day right now?
Battery day. Let's do battery day.
Let's get a battery day.
Well, actually, how's Stock Minute? How's that working
It
out
ain't
for
great.
us?
Oh man, Charlie's Revival Stark Minute. I am getting absolutely hammered. I went and I sold a bunch of shit to buy a bunch of shares of Tesla, and I can't even. I mean, it's been a tough day for me out here.
It's been a rough week. I sold everything so
Yep.
I could buy a share of Tesla about a week and a half ago,
Yep.
2 weeks ago, maybe
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. I bought in at 360 and went, okay, all right, here's to the future, boys.
Yeah, here's to some fun.
Cheerio. And it went up probably $100. I'm like, all right, cool. Hey,
Should have sold.
if this is the trend we're going,
This is the future I got
I
set out for me.
get it to about $1,000. Maybe I'll just sell this.
Yeah.
See where it goes. Not looking so good now.
372 right now.
Yeah, I right now I've made about $10.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm still $10 up. I'm a happy camper.
Yeah, hey, still up, still
I mean,
up.
I'm
Can't
still up on
complain.
my other account. I'm
Yeah.
way down on this one. I sold Hertz. I sold everything, but everything I sold at least lost a huge amount of money.
How's Ford doing?
Ford's in the shit right
Okay,
now.
yeah.
I mean, they're pretty steady the whole time, but they're
Yeah.
definitely under 7. So, yeah, if you're playing along with us, it's not great out there. I think everything lost today, unless you were buying like DRV or something that bents against the market.
Yeah.
And that was up pretty hard.
My solar company's hammering it. So
Are they hammering it? Good
Yeah.
for them, man. I got nothing hammering it except the app hammering me.
Somebody's getting hammered. Battery day didn't have the effect I hoped.
No, and if you watch the whole thing, I'm
Which-
getting right off the jump. They had cars instead of people in the audience with people in them,
Yeah.
and they would honk the horns instead of
they went
clapping.
the old stand-up comedy routine.
And it was really corny. But the thing about Elon and his boy out there, they're not really polished, which is fun to watch, as opposed to like a spicy
I mean,
caliente.
I did hear he made a 69 joke, apparently, which is
Wait, Musk made a 69
Musk
joke?
made
He
it-
did make
yeah,
a 69
yeah.
joke. Yeah.
Why, then why wouldn't he come on the podcast? He'd come on our podcast. He can make all the 69 jokes he
That's
wants.
all we
'Cause
do
no
is make
matter-
69 jokes.
because no matter how hard I try, he still doesn't know we exist. That's exactly why.
No way. We get 500 followers on YouTube.
So
It's not going to do it. There it
they
is.
did release a bunch of stuff, some new battery technology, basically a tabless battery that's
Tabless
going
battery.
to give more range, more efficiency, more power.
Easy to
ultimately.
make.
And that's kind of one of the biggest things about this is that Tesla's going to begin to manufacture their own batteries,
in
which
the United
obviously- Yes.
States,
Yeah.
which I thought was huge. I mean,
And
that's
they're
huge.
still. Oh yeah, that's just
Wildly
I mean,
impressive.
that like anybody who could be mad at that, in the U.S., it's just like, well, no, you're mad at an American.
Have you heard the
company
Party in the
trying
USA
to-
song? I mean, this is what we're trying to do.
It's interesting. They said it would be made in California in the United States, but I mean, wasn't Elon talking about getting the fuck out of California again? Wasn't he barking up that tree
Probably
again?
recently, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's building this giant
Gigafactory.
factory in Texas.
Smart.
Don't mess
So
with Texas.
maybe just jump
Yeah.
ship once you get that up and running.
Yeah.
Shouts to E36 Garage.
But yeah, the batteries are way easier to make. Huge jump in scaling the technology.
And they're again going to manufacture their own batteries at some point. Those will find their way into the Cybertruck and the Roadster. They are still going to purchase other batteries because it sounds like, in their opinions, even still with them manufacturing batteries, being able to keep up with the pace to supply them for everybody is still impossible.
Yes.
So
You mean like other
there's-
manufacturers?
or just in general, like using other vendors to buy batteries? From what their projections, it sounds like, or what they're hoping for, there's just not going to be enough batteries produced to build the cars fast enough. Now,
Okay.
I don't know if he means that from just a Tesla perspective, but we all do know everybody else is struggling with the battery technology as well due to other foreseen circumstances currently going on in the world. I think it's all just going to add up, and that's seemingly one of the biggest problems right now is just the manufacturing of batteries and getting those in place.
Yeah, he talked about pure lithium batteries.
Yeah.
Pure polymer. He was deep,
Yeah. It got
and it's how you're making the technology way cheaper, way easier to build. I think there were a lot of big announcements, but there was a ton of hype beforehand, which is why those prices went so high, and I got so wrecked.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's like the butterfly effect, though. What if I flap its wings now? Causes the earthquake later.
Wasn't that Ashton Kutcher?
I don't know who the fuck that is, but
It was Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
so the butterfly flapped its wings. You gotta wait a little bit for the earthquake.
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Well, it's a
Mothra.
little bit, man. Be
Yeah, but
patient.
that just put my crazy day trading ideas into hold on to Tesla forever because you just spent all your money on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no more Charlie fucks around.
They did also release the Model S Plaid details.
Oh yeah, sounds okay.
If this is true,
It's true.
like, hot damn, what a machine.
Yeah.
Let's see. The long-awaited range-topping Model S Plaid was finally announced during the event. Its specs are impressive. Musk said that the Plaid will have a range of over 520 miles, a top speed of 200-plus miles an hour, a 0 to 60 time in under 2 seconds, and a quarter-mile time of less than 9 seconds. Deliveries are expected to begin in late 2021. So as soon as next year, we could see the Model S Plaid. Now, I am curious. I didn't dig into it. I didn't watch the entire 3-hour
I did.
battery day. Did they spec
Did you actually? Oh wow.
the 0 to 60 time? Is that using the assisted air?
This is on. I don't think the Plaid had the air thing.
It didn't. I just had.
No,
didn't
this 0 to
know
60
enough
was just
if-
because it makes 1,100 horsepower and is all-wheel drive.
Okay, so it's purely
It's gonna boogie.
electric motor driven. That's it. That's what they
Correct.
think they can get
And it's
out of it.
it's 140 grand, and
Yeah.
they set the same lap time as Randy Pope's 991 GT3 RS around Laguna Seca.
Wow.
Who was driving?
I don't know, probably Elon.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's just the
The
AI.
computer.
Probably a computer. Yeah.
And he said there's probably about 3 seconds left in it, which
3
seems hard
seconds
to
is an
believe. They're
eternity.
trying to set the fastest lap time there ever.
Are they gonna go on this parade and just set the fastest lap time at every single track?
Hope so.
Yeah.
Pull a
Get that
VW.
stock
great
maybe back up to what I
publicity,
bought
yeah.
it for.
Yeah.
Also, the Plaid's a Spaceballs joke, so I'm very in.
Yeah, I was solid in on that. I enjoy manufacturers having a bit of character.
Bit of a
i.e.
laugh.
Yeah, i.e. Dodge or Ram or Stellantis.
Still anus.
Supposedly there's an Easter egg. I don't even know
There
where
definitely
it is.
is. It's fucking awesome, and I got it
Where
as a
is it?
fucking.
Okay, if you got it, please.
The TRX has an enormous air filter housing, obviously because it's got a fucking mammoth of an engine.
Yeah.
Upon lifting the plastic cover underneath, you see an emblem that is a T-Rex with a mouthful of a velociraptor hanging lifelessly out of its mouth.
No way.
This is embossed inside.
Is there a picture?
Yeah, I get it for you.
Yeah, an actual dinosaur on dinosaur melee.
Yeah. It's interesting. I like that they do something like this. I like having the little fun. The fun's good. The shit talking's good, man.
Yeah,
It's on the underneath of the air filter housing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
and I
You've seen
again,
it, right?
Oh yeah, it's so good.
Young Ben, bring that up to the camera.
Yeah.
God damn it, Young Ben.
Oh, fucking young Ben. My God, such disappointing character.
I mean, there's no mistaking what that is. It's not. I mean, that's just we're going
No, that's
for
probably accidental.
we're going for blood. Yeah, there was a misshape in the stamping.
I mean, it's just a reflection of the edge of your seat TRX release that they produced.
Yeah.
It just
Oh my God, just did it for me.
You can't. It's tough to get much better than that. And again, I applaud and appreciate and welcome competition because it breeds
Greatness.
development.
Absolutely.
and just the further it is, the better.
It's good for the consumer.
Next year there'll be another V10 or let's see 702 horsepower. Yeah, we'll crank it up to about 900 in the next
Yeah.
version of TRX, and
Yeah.
we'll go from there.
Keep that baby paint side
Keep
down.
it going. Speaking of trucks, Cybertruck pre-orders. Apparently, a lot of folks are interested. Musk said that the truck has roughly 600,000 pre-orders.
Wow. I mean, that's certainly a lot more than that original release day, obviously. So they've been
How much
more people.
How much did you have to put down?
100 bucks.
How many millions of dollars is
6
that?
million.
6 million?
Give me a second here. I'm queuing up the calculator.
Did you say 600,000 at $100?
Yeah.
I'll add 2 zeros.
100.
Oh boy,
60
million.
60
60
million
million.
bucks.
It's a lot of money.
We should pre-sell the truck.
I bet
Pre-order
you
a
I could
truck?
build one.
I always said that electric car
pre-sell a truck.
startups
I bet you I
definitely
could
worth
build.
investing in.
Yeah. No, we got some batteries laying around.
Yeah.
A couple double A's.
It was that Optima you left behind here.
Yeah,
get
yeah,
that.
that's
But
Optima. I mean, that's
Well, it
bigger
doesn't
than a
matter.
Tesla battery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't. We'll just put them all in series. Grab a little electric motor.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can fasten. I mean, if the Cybertruck truck is any indication, we can fasten something together, make it look like a truck.
Yeah.
put it up for pre-sale.
I mean, I get some pre-sale going.
Yeah.
What's the deal with have they updated its arrival time?
You pay $100, they'll give you the arrival time as well.
I do not see this here. I think.
Or are
I
they
think
not committed to
Cybertruck.
one yet?
I don't know if.
Oh, they're also taking. We didn't mention that they are taking pre-orders on that Plaid car now, $100 as well.
Yeah.
$100 on the Plaid.
Hit him with that interest-free loan.
$100
I'm
on the
just
Plaid.
going to.
That'll get you. It's not even 1% of the way. It's like
No, that's not going to get you there.
yeah, like 0.012% of the way there.
Decent amount of money to put down on like a children's bicycle.
Yeah.
On a $140,000 car. Still going to be hurting.
I mean, competitively priced with the Taycan, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Due today, $100, fully refundable. You will be able to complete your configuration as production nears in late 2021 for the single motor Cybertruck, or as expected, in late 2021. Single motor rear wheel drive production is expected to begin in late 2022. So if you went single motor rear wheel drive, you're going to be waiting a little bit longer. But if you went dual motor or tri motor, it seems like you will be maybe getting one late next year, probably early 2022 for a Cybertruck.
There we go.
What do you think hits the streets first, the Cybertruck or the Bronco?
Bronco.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bronco's already out and about.
Well, the Bronco says that they're not going to be hitting dealerships till late 2021.
There's been a few cell phone pictures of them floating around in California.
Yeah.
I don't know who owns or what or whatever. They're not press vehicles. It didn't look like. It's just
Interesting.
somebody's
Influencers?
got. Yeah, I assume so. Yeah,
Some U-movers.
The what's that? Coachella. They're Coachella
rides.
rides. I'm sure.
They're
Yeah.
still doing Coachella?
Probably not.
I mean,
I don't know.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
the only thing I know about California.
Those people
really.
breed disease.
Never mind.
Yuck.
Volkswagen,
Yep.
VW.
yet another online release.
Oh,
These things are like
Is that the
daily.
ID4?
The ID4.
These are like Jordans now. It's like, online releases all the time.
It's it. Oh yeah.
Every
No.
two
The
weeks.
ID4 is
Friggin-
a CUV thing. I think
Yeah,
it's
ID4 is a
stupid thing.
CUV, 84 kWh battery, range of 250 miles, priced around Tiguan pricing.
Do they sell these things?
It just came out, literally just yesterday.
To
was when
buy
it-
or to see?
No, when it was debuted yesterday.
They
where is
debuted it during Tesla's thing?
I don't know if it was exactly the same time.
No.
Seems like a misstep.
I heard that they have their eyes on the RAV4E vehicle type as a direct competition for it.
Yeah, that's comparable.
Yeah.
It also, I guess, if you jump on it now or jump on the pre-order, it's going to come with 3 years of unlimited charging at Electrify America stations, which I guess does have some value. I'm trying to find. I believe it's available for pre-order. Pricing for the all-wheel drive. Let's see. Yes, reservations for the ID4 open up today, costing a fully refundable fee. Here we go. Yet another truck that's you got to put $100 down. $100 for the honor of being among the first to buy into Volkswagen's EV future. The 2021 ID4 will be sold in all 50 states through a network of 600 dealerships. So this doesn't say when it's coming out,
I'd pass.
but you can actually pre-order it now. I
I
assume
don't.
production's late this year. Actually, no. I assume production's mid next year. Something
I don't
like that.
think buying the first version of something like that is a great idea.
Especially
I don't think
entirely new platform.
I don't think it's a great idea from any
Agreed.
manufacturer at all,
Yeah.
no matter how long they're
Of
they've been making
almost
cars.
of
or-
almost anything.
Yeah.
Cameras, cars, doesn't matter. It's all there's
you don't buy the
always
first version.
yeah.
But like, I mean, it can go awfully wrong, or the second version is going to be so much better, and you're going to be kicking yourself.
I.e.
C8,
Supra.
Supra.
Handful of things.
Yeah.
What else do we have for news?
There's a whole little thing about Bugatti going to Rimac.
Yes. For those who don't know, VW Group sold
Yep.
Bugatti to Rimac. Is that?
Did it officially go through yet?
I honestly don't.
I thought it
know.
had to go through the board first.
It might have to go through process, if you will.
But I mean, essentially, they're just selling Bugatti to Rimac to raise Porsche's like share percentage in Rimac, because they're at 15.5% now, and they're trying to get more in. So like,
Oh, they're selling it for like stock
yeah,
shares and stuff. Yeah.
I was just gonna say. So, in all, how does this affect me? Dare I say? Not that
it doesn't at all.
It doesn't at all. It's just behind
It's,
closed
where do you
doors
get your Bugatti
stuff.
serviced currently?
Right,
Yeah.
right. It's just
you'll still be able to get it serviced at the same place, because like it's all gonna be still tangled all up together.
This twisting of the snakes.
Yeah, and
Deep twist.
Bentley and Lambo could be up next, depending on how much more they want to take over.
Okay.
So,
So
again, not really gonna affect us too much, but
Strange.
Rimac or Rimac,
Yeah.
gonna stay around. I mean, they at least produce a car.
Do they?
yeah, I mean
it's
they
the one
have.
that what's his name there? Top Gear crashed.
Yeah. He crashed one of the prototypes.
But I think
Can
they
you buy one?
do. You know what?
Aren't
That's a
they
good
from
question.
an island off of Europe over there? Where's Rimac from?
Norway,
Really?
maybe.
I thought they were.
I don't know. Norway sounds good.
I don't know. It smells
there's,
good.
There's a lot of other automotive manufacturers that also have bought into Rimac as well. So it's not just Volkswagen doing
Yeah,
that
but
thing.
I thought they were like the first people to come out of their country for cars. Croatia. Yeah, they're from Croatia.
Croatia. Oh,
Big
Norway's
shout, man,
close.
Croatia. Beautiful down there.
Close enough.
Yeah, I mean, here's just
Norway's close.
Yeah.
there-
It's over there.
you can just submit an inquiry. I don't see
The
anywhere
world's
that you
small,
can,
my friend.
Yeah. Again, I think this
Getting
is
smaller every day.
Yeah.
this is just another car that is available someday.
Clearly, someone believes in something or knows something or sees something in this particular company because
Right for
the list of automotive manufacturers backing them
yeah,
outside of Volkswagen is long.
which
Yeah, but they're making parts and stuff now, right?
I was just gonna say.
I think it's all we need your technology. I think that's all we
It's-
need.
It's a foot in the door to grab whatever they can build and develop.
Yeah, we don't need the weird vehicle you're putting out. It's
Right.
It's we need the technology that you spent all your time doing.
How did you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then how can we do that?
Let me get that.
What else do we got for news?
Turbocharger manufacturer Garrett filed for bankruptcy.
Protection.
Yes. Oh, there's more.
Okay.
So,
I was gonna say, but I'll buy those turbos right now.
yeah. So they say turbo sales have reportedly been down about 40%.
Is this any details or specs into that? Is this
Aftermarket turbo sales.
due to COVID? Is this relative to that?
Down 40%. I don't really have a specific as to why.
Yeah.
My assumption would be that it's everyone's down
It's just
everywhere.
right. It's just the world,
but
right?
Garrett's big problem is the asbestos liability that was dumped on them in 2018 from Honeywell.
Mm.
So I think what they're trying to do is by filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy does not mean the imminent end of Garrett branded high-tech turbochargers. Is merely an opportunity for the corporation to restructure itself under new ownership and get out from underneath
And dodge that asbestos claim.
this not so pretty claim.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you have any news on that claim? I'm not familiar with it.
Oliver Rabiller, I don't really know how to pronounce the gentleman's name, but he's the president and CEO of Garrett, said, although the fundamentals of our business are strong and we have continued to try and develop our business strategy, the financial strains of the heavy debt load and liabilities we inherited in the spin-off from Honeywell, all exacerbated by COVID-19, have created a significant long-term burden on our business. So I think it's a kind of a combination of a lot of bullshit.
Right. That was ongoing, which sounds like it sucked to begin with.
Yeah.
Then the rest of the suck hit, and now it really sucks.
Yeah, I don't think asbestos is good to see anywhere.
No.
If you get caught up in like litigation based on like government agencies,
Mhm.
with as a person who's been sued for almost everything, it's just overbearing, I think. And then if your business goes down and you don't have a way to pay it, I mean, it makes sense if you can restructure and get out of it.
I think it's great for them to do. I don't think it's the end of Garrett by any stretch of any imagination. I think it's just them trying to get out ahead of something and continue to do what they do best
And
and make
save the
some
company, right?
good old Wu-Tang war whistles out there.
Dartology saying China Turbo's hitting hard.
China Turtles might be hitting hard for a little bit, but Garrett's
eBay's
going to come back
coming through.
swinging. So you've got other companies now too, like Precision and it's
IHI. I mean, there's a ton of turbo.
there's a lot of
companies.
turbo companies out there that are really making great products.
Yeah. That's something
Or
I'd like
Warner.
to take a deep dive into because, like, at SEMA, I didn't get much time to look, but the amount of turbo manufacturers there,
Yeah.
there was like a absurd, carbon fiber housed one with all sorts of witchcraft going on inside of it. And it was like a, I don't know, $10,000 turbo or whatever. But there's just
Why is my turbo all melty?
Yeah.
there's just technology being pushed in, or there was being pushed into those, and I just don't know near enough about it. Other than it looks like a snail goes
Yeah, exactly.
That's where we're
It's
at.
pretty much the whole story.
Yeah.
You got it, beginning to end.
And if you put it on a big diesel truck, it goes boom.
I want carbon
Yeah.
fiber on my turbo.
Yeah, on the coal
Thank-
side, right?
Thank you, SEMA.
Yeah.
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 Cold side. Not that cold.
Still pretty warm. What else we got for news?
That's all that happened.
Fresh out.
Well,
We gonna identify the.
let me see what this guy has to say.
over designed. Now we get to the discussion point that I've been holding back a little bit. This grill, if it's a grill, it looks like nostrils to me.
The snout
It
in the
doesn't
room.
look like the graphic department knew that they were going to be designing kidneys for the new BMW. It's just a graphic that doesn't sit well with the proportions of the rest of the car for sure.
And that is just some audio from a Mr. Frank Stevenson, which puts out some videos from his YouTube channel on YouTube, Frank Stevenson. Go subscribe. Basically, he's is a car designer and actually did at one point do some designs for BMW. For instance, he's the X5 designer. And he has a series of picking apart new designs. So those were just some audio clips that I played from his view. This isn't of the new M3 and M4. This is just the 4 Series. Obviously,
Wow.
things got a bit more aggressive with the new release of the M3 and M4, but he picks this apart quite well. And it's a very good video to teach you what things in BMW design stand out that make a BMW. And then he again goes into the 4 Series of, well, okay, it's clear that BMW because some significant things, i.e. The C-pillar, for instance, there's an angle on the rear window that was always there and present for years and years and years, which is now gone. There was the side bolster, which was right around the height of the door handles, which no longer is there. That's actually moved down. And he goes and points a bunch of key elements that didn't kill the car, if you will, until you get to the front end. And obviously, we now know what the M3 and M4 look like. I'm a bit sad. I'm honestly sad.
I'm going to put on my flame suit for this one because I fucking love it.
Do you really?
I absolutely love it. The M3 more than the M4, but it is so wildly aggressive.
So
It shouts at you so fucking loud.
it shouts.
It's like an angry dad.
Oh wow.
I love it. I do. I don't like the 4 Series, how it's all like the studded silver things.
Yep.
I like on the M3, M4 how it's black and it just kind of disappears. All of the, for some reason, I don't know in what world we need to take press photos with a license plate on the car.
Terrible.
But that fucks up the whole thing.
I think they did that because without it, it's just going to be a blank spot breaking up those grills.
Yeah.
I don't know what it looks like under there, but I
like the
imagine-
change. I welcome the change. I think things were getting stale for them. I welcome the change. Hey, maybe this doesn't work, and this might be the shortest run of M3, M4 car. M4 doesn't matter, but M3 run ever.
I don't think that's going to be the problem.
Yeah.
Because the amount of people in the comments everywhere you go that are like, this is the baddest thing ever. This is meaning in like a good way. Granted, there were a lot of people, like some of us in particular that, not really sold on it. But the amount of people supporting it, I was quite surprised by.
Yeah.
Wow, I only thought you were colorblind.
No. So that M3 they put out, again, like we've talked about this before, the M3, like the F Series M3.
Yes.
The proportions are infinitely better than the M4. I think it's the same.
Yeah, as I said in our group chat, I, in my mind, don't even acknowledge that an M4 exists because it's way too bulbous for me. I just have no, like, I obviously like M3s, and the M3 4-door is just, I'd pick that one, especially in the F Series, over an M4.
I mean,
day.
she got hips.
The hips on the back of the new M3. I mean, I guess I got to see it in real life, but just like totally fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, hips are big.
And I think it blends. I don't like the M4, but I think it blends to the hip a little better. But if you look at like right behind the back door of the 3, it's like, whoa.
I believe it's 80 mil wider.
Yeah, and actually the side shot I'm looking at, it doesn't look like it comes out that far. But when I saw the video, I think it's the door line that kind of hides it.
Yeah.
When I saw the video, first off, the video unveil was hilarious because it was so hard for
Yeah.
them to like kind of gloss over the fact that nobody was really into the grill.
Yep.
Now, I will say that Johnny Lieberman said in real life, it's passable and it actually works.
Yeah.
And I believe him. We talked about me believing him on the Nissan.
Yeah.
And he's the only person I'd be like, okay, maybe the whole world's wrong and he's right. So I guess I don't like it, but I'll hold my final judgment. The thing that gets me worse than the grill is the snouty
Intakes.
Then the things on the hood.
the
Oh,
release
the
of the hoods
hood.
that
Yeah,
aren't
yeah.
even vents.
Yeah.
So I saw that and I was like, I'm searching and searching and searching. And I'm like, tell me there's like 2 like air reliefs there.
No.
Nothing.
It's
just two
I have such
indents.
much more of an issue with those like weird indents on the hood
It's like
than I do the grill. The grill doesn't offend me as much as it does everyone else.
It looks-
I like the new design. I like where they're trying to go
If
somewhere else.
If the license plate wasn't there and they were broken up, I think it would look better. The snarly on the hip, I cannot get over the stupid indents on the
Yeah.
hood. I just can't get over it. I don't know why they do it. It's got that little like peen line right up between the two of them. It just
Yeah.
looks it
The
looks
dick root.
bad. Yeah,
It's
got
a dick root. Yeah, it's a dick root.
it
you
looks
know,
like a Pontiac Grand Prix GXP to me.
I
for
welcome
those little
the evolution. I
At least the
welcome the
GSP
change.
has holes though.
right.
Yeah. I like that to just kind of what are we talking about? Throwing pasta at the wall and seeing if it sticks.
Well, in this guy Frank Stevenson, the way he explains things is basically from a design perspective. If you're staying stagnant, you're falling behind.
yeah.
So he applauds. Again, this was just the 4 series. I hope he releases a video like this with the M's. He applauds the outside the box or pushing.
It's pushing the envelope,
to the
for
next
sure.
generation or next phase, if you will.
Because think about how much money it takes to develop something like this, and then they put it out.
They're
and
committed. Yeah,
That-
yeah,
and it just doesn't work.
yeah.
The off kilter like radar auto drive too in the 2 grills blows. I can't believe they did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
It-
other places
it
I think
just-
you can put that behind like a painted surface
Right.
that I feel would work better.
Even if it was in one of the side grills, it just looks that front grill. Even if you're into it, is like that's like the center of the whole design.
yeah.
And
I mean,
it just like to have the 2 bars on the bottom of it cut by that is weird.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
there's a shot I'm looking at here.
You were.
Fucking
It's the
lost it.
snout. The snout kills me though.
So there's a shot of the snout
I mean, good or bad,
from above.
no matter what, when you see this thing come up behind you,
Oh, you're gonna know.
you're gonna know what it is.
We talk about aggressive and road presence.
Yeah.
My God, the
Dude.
first time I see one of these things, I'm probably like, "Holy fuck, there it is."
Because
Yeah.
the rondo's like between 2 bulges.
Yeah.
It's just weird. It's funny because if you like look at just the sides of it, you could picture what it should look like with normal grills.
Yeah.
And it would be amazing. I don't know. As I said, I got to see it in real life because one of my favorite guys says it actually looks okay. But looking at that dead on straight shot, I was just like, oh my God, I can't do it.
I absolutely love the color.
I love that green.
They nailed it with the release colors. I think
Yep.
the M4 color was great as well.
Yeah.
The M4 interior.
Holy shit.
Wow.
The M4 interior looks like something I spec'd out 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's like, I want neon green,
Yeah.
blue, carbon fiber.
Yeah.
I think that's all.
Yeah.
I don't know if you looked at the engine bay photos. Obviously, the engine bay, a lot of plastic covers.
Yep.
However, these additional braces on the front,
Mhm.
like, it just means business.
It's gone like 2 steps past like triangulating everything, where now we're like making a box.
Right.
So like the strongest shape
is
is a
box.
is a triangle, but in this case we're like boxing everything out, making multiple triangles.
Yeah, because for instance, these braces in the, I assume, F Series M's as well. I just know that from the M2.
Yeah.
It's it was typically the rear one, and it was carbon fiber, I believe, and it had an ovalish shape, and was kind of beautified, if you will.
Yep.
This one just screams its purpose is, to provide structural integrity and be it's performance based. It really looks like, because it doesn't look like it's that pretty, if you will. It's just black, square tubing.
Yeah.
If you're looking straight at the butt about it, it looks like a big M2.
So
the little riser wings on either
Yeah.
side of the spoiler thing is really cool.
I definitely took a lot of M2 feels from it.
I don't necessarily like the body line on the side of the car, but I mean it's nothing compared to how bad the front of the car is.
You know,
And I don't like the wheels, but I mean I like that they're crazy pokey and stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool, but I get a problem with just wheels
I think
that are two
they're. I
colors.
believe they're double staggered, so they're 19s and 20s.
19s and 20s, yeah.
And then obviously different widths, so you're all over the place there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, what I read was that this M3 is lighter than the previous generation, which typically doesn't happen. Obviously, you always go up in horsepower. You know, we talk about it all the time. It's the
Well, I think that's what
Newest car.
manufacturers have to do now
Yeah.
because like people are starting to be like, well, the 3 Series is the size of like a 7 Series at
Yeah.
this point. So to make it lighter is good. There is like a top-down shot of the whole thing.
The top-down shot of the M3 itself looks interesting. It looks
The snouts still get me, even in the top-down, man. I wish that was just flat. The top snouty things. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't like the grill. As I said, I'll see it in real life and maybe figure it out. But I mean, the fatness of the rear fenders can be seen really good in the top-down thing.
Yep.
They did on the presentation make a point to say like the front fenders were designed to be like the E30 M3s with like the kind of angularness of them, which makes sense. But I don't think the design language of the car is a little weird.
there's a there's a photo of the M3 in particular drifting.
Yep.
The bulbousness of that front fender
They're big.
that's huge. Like that looks huge right there.
There was a video I was watching. It was two gentlemen. They were talking. They were in like kind of some sort of warehouse, and they had the two cars in front of them, and they were talking about them. And they there was like an on-screen line drawn of the shape of the fender comparatively to the E30 M3, and how it follows the same.
That was the BMW official event. The
This
two
was just a
guys-
little clip of it, though. It
Yeah.
wasn't the whole thing. Yeah. I mean, it made a lot of sense to me. I just.
Oh, the
yeah.
M3 thing made a lot of sense
Yeah.
to me. It's just, yeah, as I said, the front's
I don't know.
tough.
I just right now I do not like it at all. Well, not the car, just
Yeah.
the front grill. I don't know. I'm really gonna have to see one in person.
What really sucks is they are going to make it an all-wheel drive like a year from now.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, maybe my next car I could grab an M3, the new M3, because it's a bit bigger. It seems a lot roomier than the previous gen. It's certainly more room than a 5 Series, which is crazy.
Yep.
And I just wouldn't buy it because of the grill. Until maybe
Yeah.
I'll see it in real life, and I'm like,
And
yep.
suddenly be sold.
But
Right.
the snouts in the grill
And the other
are
thing,
rough, man.
the other thing, just think of a US plate. Like how lost
Oh, the
is a
fat boy
US
on
plate
there?
gonna
Yeah.
be on that grill? Because
Because at
obviously
least
in
the Euro
pictures
plate
it's
covers
Euro.
like full left to right.
Exactly. It's just US.
The US plate's
hot
gonna
dog down a hallway.
intrude. So if you take the plate off, does the green center line continue down?
That's what I don't know. I've not seen any photos with it off. You have to assume it does.
My gut tells me no.
It doesn't. Let me get a close up.
Right in the gut.
I mean, it'd be easier to tell with the M4 because it's a much brighter color.
Well, big shouts from Houston. Big shout to H-Town from the boys over here.
Paul Wall, baby.
Let me pull up the yellow one as I flow through some pictures here. It's certainly not going to be hard to miss. Let me get a close picture of said old yeller.
Yeah, what do we got there? We got some front end shots there.
But there's one that they get a bit close.
The M4 is
I don't
rough.
think I think it's going to
The
carry
M4 is
through.
not for me. You know, it's obviously cool, but like for some reason, the proportions that they want work perfect on the M3.
Oh,
The
hold
grill
on.
and snout annoy me more on the 4.
That center piece in the bumper,
Yes.
I don't think it carries because this photo right here, I wish everybody could see it, but basically it looks like it ends right above the license plate. That top half looks like there's a cut. Now, it very well could be hidden by the black piece on the license plate. But I don't know. That's going to be quite interesting. You know, what does that look like without the plate, basically?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to do some more investigating. I as I said, I'll reserve my final judgment for when I see it in real life because maybe it just makes sense in real life and doesn't look ridiculous.
I take that back. Next picture. It carries all the way through.
I see
Yeah.
X7s,
It looks like it
which
does.
have silly grills. I'm like, whoa, that's a lot of grill. But this
X7's
is
way more offensive to me.
this is a whole lot more grill. The X7,
Yeah.
looks comically large in pictures, and then you see it in your life, your mind just deals with it.
Well, yeah, because the vehicle's so big.
This thing, I don't know, man. I don't know if my brain's gonna make it work.
I think we've been conditioned just to hate it.
Well,
I do. I think we just
Well, we knew it was coming though. That's part of the problem. We seen the front end a year ago.
Well, we saw the non-M.
Well, we saw the concept
and
thing.
there was the concept, the blue.
I think the lights
images.
look tough. The side strakes, all that shit, the vents under it, all looks cool. It's just that, honestly, the nostrils up top bother me more than the grills.
For reference, pricing. M3 standard, $71,895. M3 comp, $73,795. Dick comp. I don't know what we need.
Dick comp.
Comp?
Yeah, Dick comp.
Package did not cost anywhere near as much as I thought it was.
Dick package. Matter of fact, saying that, yeah, realistically,
$2,900.
I mean that kind of goes. Yeah, but there's stuff I would not want on it still.
I'm looking at the back 3/4 shot of the M4. I'm in.
Yeah.
Until you see that front 3/4 shot. Oh, I want to like it, but I can't. I got to see it in real life. Maybe it'll work. Please, Johnny, don't let me down.
Yeah. The interesting thing I found was the oil drive system that eventually, when it comes out, will be rear biased. And it'll be possible to switch off the front axle entirely for what they call like a drift mode or drift action.
Mm-hmm. And they said it's going to be a year after the first one comes out, right?
So rear wheel will be March of 2021. And then looking at the all-wheel comp variants will be the following year.
So do you think BMW saw the Nissan come out and were like, motherfuckers, that's the color we're going to do our two-door in?
Yeah, but I think that M4 looks good in that color versus the Z did not. It didn't hit.
I look back on the Z, and I'm like, all the complaints about the grill on the Z, not even an issue anymore.
Not
for
that
your
big of a
boy.
deal. Yeah.
No, totally fine with it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it, man.
Josh, like that photo, whatever that photo is right there,
A rolling shot of the M3
is it's telling me like I demand respect on the road.
Oh, dude.
I love it. I do.
I know you
It's
do.
just so.
I'm sad you do, but I know you do.
It's so aggressive. It's unapologetically aggressive.
Yeah, but
So
it's like you see Brock Lesnar, and
So
you're
it's
like, what the fuck? Like what?
See, you think
yeah,
Brock
you're not going to
Lesnar?
take him home to mom.
You
Yeah.
think Brock Lesnar? I think it's a Karen in Target.
A Karen and Target. I think.
It just has that.
I think when I see the standard 4 Series with the big like silver studded giant grill, that's
Yeah.
what I think of. Like
See, it's
Karen and Target.
the best way to unwelcomed aggression.
That's what I'm all about.
I have friends-
Unwelcome aggression is how I've made it 30 years of my life.
I
I like my aggression to at least knock on the door.
Yeah.
without the
I'm
stupid
coming in, foot fucking kicking it down.
without the stupid snout things up top on the hood, I think I might even be convinced that it's okay. But it really hurts. But
I
maybe
don't like
it's-
the snout things, but
maybe
hey,
they're not as pronounced when you see it in real life. You know what I mean? Because they light it so you can really see it.
you know, the unfortunate part is that when you're inside the vehicle,
You can't see it at all.
you're not going to
Yeah.
be able to see the front grille. However, those snouts are going to be staring you right in the fucking face.
Yeah, but little Bondo, you could fix those things
I
up.
don't know. I don't know how much they're going to be staring you in the face.
I bet you
might,
Dead Patrol could get that out. I bet you
Hey,
could.
Rob, could you get that out?
Hey, Rob, take a look at this. You can probably see the tail end of them, like this, because that's a pretty decent downward slope.
Yeah.
From seating position.
Depending on your seating position, yeah, that's going to be tough. Now, the M performance parts things,
That fucking
My
thing
God.
is an atrocity.
listen,
You want to put little ankle biters all over your car?
yeah, not cool.
No,
Not cool, BMW.
You see how bad that wing was?
I saw how bad the whole thing was.
The exhaust.
The wing was so bad. The exhaust was like, what?
I had to look at 4 different websites before I could be convinced that that was real.
I saw it in the background of them.
I thought it was a joke.
I saw it in the background of them introducing the car. I'm like, what, I got like a pre-production model over
Yeah.
there? And then they were like, this is the BMW performance package. So you can get the dick measuring competition and then add more measurements.
Add more performance pack.
inches. Add inches.
Add inches. I mean, and there were winglets and ankle biters and exhaust that made no sense to me. I thought I was in wacky land.
Yeah. But yeah, I saw it and I'm like, that's not real. Let me
Yeah,
check
that can't
another.
be
Let me
real.
check another source. Okay, well, I think everyone's kind of got the same hokey picture, but then I was sadly confirmed that is in fact what I guess the performance M stuff will be.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to buy a bunch of bullshit for your car, might as well buy it through BMW.
Yeah.
Right.
And they were talking about how good the exhaust sounds. Like it doesn't matter how good it sounds. Like you got to buy a whole. First off, it's going to be $1 trillion, but you have to buy a whole carbon splitter to fit your
Right.
crazy looking exhaust pipe
Rear
in there.
diffuser.
I bet you the stock one will sound just fine.
Yeah,
Holy shit. That M Performance, I guess, front bumper, if you will.
Yeah.
Now,
it ups the ante.
put your life in the side skirt.
Yeah.
The
Like-
side skirt's crazy.
MOP.
I can
Ante
only
up.
imagine what the cost
Look
of
at
that thing is.
the rear wing is so bad. Can I get M Performance new M4? Maybe I don't know what the fuck.
I just, what did I put in? New M3 performance parts.
I mean,
put
the
in.
rear wing
I can send you the
was
link if you need to.
horrific. I guess it was as horrific on the previous one. It just looks like something you'd buy. I don't even know. And then it has the quad exhaust, but like weird. It's so weird.
I just,
Maybe I'll see it in real life, and the whole thing will make sense.
I'm still sad. Yeah, until then, I'm still sad. Right now, even in real life, I'm sad.
Now, I keep talking about evolution, right? So they're evolving. BMW's evolving.
Well, I mean, they started evolving when they changed their logo,
Yes.
and I didn't
Oh.
like that to begin with.
Yeah.
Oh,
this
looking
is
at the
just
rear
a-
wing. It's
Like,
hard to
Now,
hard-
like
hard to
me,
stomach.
Are you just opposed to change? Because I'm not a change guy. I don't like change. Once in a while, it'll strike me, and I'm a big fan. But if the mood's right and your boy's feeling right, it's like
I'm about change.
yeah. And
I
this struck me. I was like, you know what? I like this change.
I like change. I'm okay with change. Not this change though.
Yeah. So, like in the 30s and 40s, they had those cars like the 303, the 328, the 335 things, enormous grills.
Yeah.
Like full from ground to.
Yeah.
I mean, could this be the max grill size, and then we drop back down to
When we
small
get back
grill
to
size
small grills,
to like 2002
they
size?
gonna put leather straps on the hood of these too.
Well,
I
if
hope
so, it's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
50 years from now, that new M3 is gonna be a looker.
It's just
Yeah.
I'm not against change.
I wish I
I
could
really-
go back in time.
If they could have, it's a snout thing. I'm not even opposed to them making the grill bigger. It's just like that top to bottom really gets me.
The top to bottom, the full top to bottom.
Just like that. So now I'm thinking that full line. If the plate isn't there and the two lungs on it.
So what you're telling me is you're not a fan of full nude strip clubs.
No. I'm more of a bikini guy.
You're just a
Bikini
topless
bar.
guy.
Bikini
Topless
bar.
guy. Okay.
Like to keep it guessing.
Yeah, I'm a full nude guy.
Leave something for the imagination.
I don't know. The all the M performance stuff I wasn't a fan of. I think they
The
did a great
performance stuff's
job
Horrific.
with how they put the car out. I also think whoever put the color combinations together for the cars, if these are going to be our
Oh,
release like hero cars,
Dude, that M4 with that crazy ass interior is like, holy shit.
My God.
They
If
can do
anybody
this?
hasn't seen it, the interior of the M4, let me just cue up this
The
picture
seat-
real quick.
the seat like the
The
carbon
seat's like 9
bucket
colors.
seat,
It's so good.
but it's also got holes for like race harnesses and everything.
It's
and
also got carbon fiber for your
it's got a ball rest
for your
area.
giblets there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how somebody leaked the photos, and then every magazine outlet was like, "Let the press photos out, boys. Somebody
Yeah.
leaked them."
Oh yeah, they were out.
Well, the
Like-
embargo gets lifted as long as someone
Someone leaked like a blurry one, and
Yeah.
then a bunch of 4,000 by 4,000 pixel photos came out.
Yeah, that was it. The seats. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 different shades
I ain't even mad.
happening.
M4 dick measuring
The
competition.
that M3. You know what they should do when the car actually hits dealership? There should be a way to just like, I would like to purchase release specs.
Oh
Like
wow,
how this vehicle was released, like that green M3 with that colored interior,
that setup.
release
yeah.
spec. Hit me with it.
I just noticed that the actual seats, or I guess I don't know, competition seats or what they're called. Not only does it have the 2 holes up top, which are cool, but I just realized it has tool down the bottom.
Yeah,
I like that. Seats cool.
Need that
Minus the-
submarine strap.
seats are really cool. I bet you they're
colors.
really fucking expensive.
Yeah, those
Oh,
are
yeah.
options, and they're carbon.
Yeah, that's at least $5,000.
Probably more. Well,
I wouldn't
if you
doubt
want
it.
to buy them separately. Yeah, I'm excited to see it in real life.
I'm certainly excited to see it in real life. Obviously reserve all judgment for in real life, but as of this very moment, based off of the hundreds of photos I've seen of every single possible angle, your boy's into it.
Current judgment, not in on the front, especially the hood. It's definitely not bulbous like the Super or the 400Z, which I have different issues with. But
Why are all these manufacturers failing with the front ends?
no, because I think there's crash regulations. I don't think the crash regulation issues I think the 400 and this the Proto and the Super have aren't affecting this. I don't think this hood is like bulbous and ugly.
No,
I think
this
the hood
isn't
is great. I just wish it didn't have the 2 dings in it that do nothing.
This isn't right. This isn't a crash regulation issue. It's just more of a design.
But it's a
elements issue.
bigger car. I mean, it's a higher
Yeah.
hood line. It's a
Yeah,
higher
that's true.
body
That's
lines
true.
generally. So
Yeah.
It's a bigger vehicle.
because the
It's
Super just did straight hood off the bottom of the windshield, it would be very, very low up front, and then you're gonna hit someone on one of those
Pedestrian,
stupid
right, it's
hoverboards,
just-
and that's it.
Yeah. You're gonna fling somebody with your wedge.
Wedge somebody.
I look forward to seeing it.
I certainly do.
I'd like to see one in purple. I'm sure I could manipulate a photo if I really wanted
Purple?
to. But
Some
a
some
purple
techno
version,
violet.
yeah, a little bit of TV.
Yeah, I mean,
I wonder if all black is gonna look really menacing.
all black would probably fix the problem.
That's what
Well, yeah.
I
All black, I bet you would look great. But how do I say? From the colors they chose for the press release photos.
Oh, yeah,
it seems as if these cars are going to have a fun color palette.
yeah,
It's not going to be a white, red, black, gray, blue.
no.
Like there might be some.
No, that's how they get ordered, though.
Yeah,
No one's gonna order crazy colors.
Yeah, not.
I mean, unless the crazy colors are kind of how they come. You know, like if you have like an orangey red instead of your normal red, or even like the white, or I should say, on the M2 comp, it's a grayish, pearlish white. It's not like a white.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a silvery white. Like it's a fun color. It's not just a generic color, which I think is another thing that sets the car apart.
Yeah.
I think that they always have cool colors, and you can always order whatever you want if you know a guy that knows a guy that killed a guy.
And obviously the face is the first thing we see, right? But it is a performer. It's going to have nearly 500 horsepower in the standard spec. It's going to be rear-wheel drive, manual.
Sometimes you don't pay attention to the face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes you put a
this will
bag
be one-
over it.
Yeah, maybe this will be one of those.
What do they sell?
She had a face.
Yeah.
Does it have a full leather bra you put on the front?
Yeah.
It's got full hips.
Full leather bra of a E30 just superimposed on it. That is that for news. We don't really have a main topic tonight.
We don't.
But it's fine. YouTube's.
YouTube's.
Anybody got any YouTube's?
I got one.
I have
Harry did a
one.
Boxster GTS 4.0 review.
Yep.
It's someone. The first comment was like, "This sold more Boxsters than Porsche's whole marketing budget."
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Accurate.
To think of 4-liter 6 in the back of a Boxster is just. Harry's like, I think this is like a car that'll like go down in history as like one of the greats. Like,
Yep.
and also you can get the Cayman in the GTS, same motor as the GT4 you drove.
Yep.
Yep.
I've always liked the Carrera GTS. I thought it was just enough GT for your boy. So the fact that you can get a Boxster, I'm not a convertible man, so I wouldn't get a Boxster, but I'd definitely do a Cayman.
Yeah.
But having driven a Boxster, they're fun. If you had 400 horsepower in it, it'd be really fun.
I wonder if top down would get rid of some of that sweet engine induction noise or add to it.
Oh, I think it would add to it. Even the Boxster I've driven top down, it's like, whoa, that sounds cool. So I think it's really cool. I just watch it. I mean, Harry knows everything about cars. He really falls in love. He says he orders one. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
Wow.
Call
There's a
up the
commitment
order.
there, yeah.
And there's no limit on them, so you can just go buy one. You can just order one. So when the dealer says, tell him,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need
Tell
that
him Harry,
special.
Harry told me otherwise.
Let me talk to that special wishes department.
Let me speak to the manager.
I'm gonna go
Uh,
find the pee-pee hole.
yeah.
Okay.
Ammo threw out a new video. And I really, realistically only watched it because it's got Ben's 964.
Yep.
Background, but it's about his new enamel reflex coating.
There was
It's cool. It's super, super nerdy.
Yeah,
It's
he
about-
gets quite in depth, right?
It's about 5 minutes of Ben's car and then 25 minutes of like science.
Technical data about the on the molecular level, right?
Yeah.
Of the coating.
So if you're not into drive, this isn't for you. But if you want to look at Ben's car, watch the video.
Yeah, and then I think he released another one of it being applied, right? Or there was.
It was in the same video.
Oh, that's the same video.
yeah,
'Cause
he
I-
showed him applying it in the same
Okay,
video.
I thought I seen two different thumbnails, but could have been wrong. I did watch the first 6 minutes of that,
Yeah, that's just.
and then just that was.
I mean, I watched the whole thing because I was super interested. I guess what I was looking for is to get to the end to find out what the difference between like something like ceramic and enamel and what's the difference between all of them.
I'm sure
Are they
it's
all
very.
buzzwords? Are they all,
So that's. Ooh, I almost said something wrong. That's something I want to know. Like, this is these ceramic coatings and all these coatings over the past 2 to 3 years. It's just exploded.
Yeah.
The market in particular. How much of it is snake oil? Is my question. I don't have a near enough experience or any proof that yes, this works. No, this doesn't.
Yeah.
I'll
have to find. There's one gentleman on YouTube who does a great job, and he kind of collects them all.
Yep.
And he will apply them all in a grid-like pattern to a hood or door of a vehicle.
Yep.
And apply them all exactly as specified from the manufacturer, and leave it out and wash it and leave it out and see what the longevity actually is versus what it is versus what the manufacturer says versus what he sees, and kind of see how it goes. And he does a great job explaining it. But I think a lot of it is kind of people think it's a one and done thing.
Right, which I don't.
But it requires maintenance. It requires upkeep. It requires staying on top of it. And
Yep.
I guess, getting to that point of applying such a permanent, or it's not permanent, but like it's not like painting a car. But I mean, if something is supposed to last 24 months, I mean, it's pretty permanent.
You're right. Right.
Yeah.
And doesn't need any maintenance,
Yeah.
essentially. That's to keep it going.
Yeah. So it's interesting, but we can find out more about that as time moves on.
Yeah. I watched a cool video that somehow just popped up. I think it's from a few years back, but it was, or maybe not too long ago. Anyway, GQ did a interview with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Showing off his most prized motorcycles. I was not super into, what he was doing motorcycle wise. Obviously, it's put out there that he rides motorcycles. I did not know he was part owner in a manufacturer of said motorcycles company called Arch. It's like a 12-minute video or so. Super cool. Just a very obviously likable actor.
Old John Wick.
Yeah, it goes over some movie related tie-ins to the bikes he has. Talks about the company Arch in particular. They make some cool stuff. It was a very enjoyable video, and I saved it because it was shot very well. It was very
awesome,
inspirational.
We'll look back on it, get some ideas from it.
Exactly, 100%.
Sweet.
Let's see who else put. Our friend Chris Saunders put out a new video. He actually used one of my photos that we shot of the Supra on Mount Washington to explain using color to create masks in Photoshop. So if you are a photo nerd like I am, go Google or YouTube Chris Saunders. You will see his video. He takes you through the steps to do a mask in Photoshop in a way that is a bit different, but seems to work very, very well. So you can go check that out as well.
I forgot to bring it up earlier, but now's a better time than ever.
Yep.
Foundation Blue is doing
Yes.
a virtual charity race, obviously on the computer or video game system.
And we all know how I
And
fare
Josh
at
is
that.
probably not going to sign up for this one.
Nope, I'm going to beat everybody.
But you want to go to Foundation Blue's Instagram page, and the link is in there to sign up. It's a lot of fun. I've spectated. I have never partook in such event, but it is the 27th, which I think is what? Saturday?
The 27th, off the top of my head, I do not know.
Yeah, we'll call it Saturday.
Sure.
At 6 p.m. But go to their Instagram page, Foundation Blue. Sign up there.
Sunday.
Have a lot of fun. Oh, Sunday.
I think
Okay.
it's Sunday.
Talk a bunch of shit while you're doing it. But yeah, it's a good time.
It's a good time. Right. It's kind of a virtual feel. Obviously, you can watch people play a video game. And if you even remotely enjoy video games or cars, it's actually quite funny.
Yeah. Also, if you just want to virtually hang out with some cool people, that's a great way to do it as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you got for
else?
YouTubes? Get the fuck away from that. What do you get? You get anything from YouTube?
A preview slice. So we'll
Yeah.
have it at the end.
Nobody wants a preview slice. We'll do pizza and questions. Let's get
Yeah.
to questions.
Yeah, we can do that.
Hoonigan put on another donk thing. It's funny. I don't know. I only watched half of it. That's all I know. And then I did Harry's thing.
Another
obviously.
donk thing. I finally did get to watch. Was it Vice's donk?
Donkmaster one?
Yes,
It was on. They only put out one episode so
that's
far.
all I got.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all I've
weird.
seen too.
I wanted to kind of maybe wait for a few to pile up and watch them all
Yeah.
together. So I just watched one. It was cool. I watched
funny.
another Cash Days video. They're long. It's like an hour. It was like an hour and a half long. It was like a feature length film. Man, drag racers are fucking cool people.
Yeah.
They're
are.
mysterious men and women actually. That they're committed to something.
They know what they are.
They know what they are,
They know what they want to tell you and not want to tell you.
and they know what they want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go fast.
Yeah, and it's cool. It's just cool. I totally respect that form of racing and that form of like dedication. It's obsessive.
And I don't know for sure, but in a lot of motorsport, actually, yeah, maybe not a lot of. That's the one with the most defined line drawn down the middle. You have your side, they have their side, they have their team, you have your team.
Squad.
We'll get along for a few while we're setting up the deal.
Yeah.
But after that, everybody's got a chip on their shoulder.
I respect the amateur quality to it. Like, because obviously you can work your way. You can do literally take your stock Civic Si and drag race as fast as you want, and then you can get to these guys who are north of 1,500 horsepower, drag racing at 3 o'clock in the morning at some closed service road.
Right.
And obviously you work your way up, and you can call yourself John Forrest. But this level of like amateur drag racing,
You just show up, essentially.
show up and show out. Yeah, like a run with your brung type thing.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's so cool.
So where you watch is it just YouTube?
It's
stuff?
on YouTube.
Or just-
1320 does it.
Okay, or I was gonna say this from the Dockmaster stuff, right? And then
Yeah, this came up actually as in my watch later stuff that I had reserved there. But they go to all over the United States.
Yep.
And they do some cool shit.
I mean,
And
1320. Yeah, there's so much cool shit.
Yeah.
I every now and again I get lost on those highway pull, videos.
Yeah.
Where each time it's just fascinating that I'd be selective who I get in the car with,
Yeah, you have to be.
and you just he puts out some prerequisites of like, look, man, I'm not trying to die tonight. So
Yeah.
Well, we talk about
we
the one where the
discussed-
car catches on fire and loses its brakes.
was that the Audi?
Yeah.
Did we talk about that? I can't remember.
I
just
think, I
remember
believe we
seeing it.
did, and it was like he's about to hop out of the car on the highway at one point, and like if
We
it-
did talk about it, yeah. I
I mean, honestly, the dude should have just. I put it into the Jersey barrel. I think burned to the ground anyway, but I see.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to go back and watch that one. I don't remember it, but my memory's not the greatest. So, I thought all their videos. I mean, they always have like this really good way of taking what would be, if it was standalone footage, would be terrible footage, but they have a way of putting it together into a great like video
Yeah,
package.
Yeah.
they've
I
been
mean,
doing it long enough where
Yeah.
like they really knock it out of the park.
If
with
you
that
were just to
stuff.
take this like random footage
be
that this guy
terrible.
had, it would be terrible. But like with the editing and the splicing and kind of the cropping in the right times, like I think it's great. I think they do a great job. Those guys certainly have taken their chances on a lot of things, both in the car as well as like running from the police and making money off of filming people in the middle of the night drag racing their
I
cars.
mean, that's a whole nother aspect to it of like, I think I watched a Vin Wiki video
Yeah.
of some of those guys on there, and like they cover a night in particular and how like, they set it up. Here's what everybody's going to do. Get a couple runs off. Oh shit, cops. Now let's go back. And
Yep.
it's just like that constant battle, if you will. So it's certainly always an interesting story.
Yeah, it's an understatement.
I'm trying to find the actual clip of this video that I started to watch. Basically, we're not going to get into this aspect of it because I haven't finished the video and I want to see the rest of it. But the video is from that racing channel, and it's titled "Legal Skyline R34 GTR in the U.S." Let's get past that.
stay legal.
Let's figure that out. However, there is a point where the gentleman gets in said R34. It's a 2.8 liter. It's stroked. And he starts this RB. And it's just, holy shit. The noises that come from this thing. It just made me like, man, I really like RB motors. And the
Can
way
we get
they
a
sound.
cold start?
Yeah, I think I can.
Can we get a taste of
I
that? or
don't
what?
have the actual. I'm hoping the clip is pretty close to this. Let me see.
takes fucking forever to start, just like a real RP.
That right there.
When he
That's
goes
it.
outside,
That's it, Doug.
Ooh.
This might possibly be one of the best sounding R34s I've heard in person.
I like the throatiness
Like
of
that,
it.
I mean,
that's what this is.
It's a nice chop.
Yeah, definitely not equal
Yeah.
length
Yeah.
downpipes for that thing.
It you know, I'm gonna watch the rest of the video and see if they get into the legal aspect. I just was fascinated by that title. It drew me in. So I wanted to watch the rest of it, but they got to that point where they fired that thing up and I'm like, hot damn.
There she is.
Daddy likey, if only.
Yep.
Need
Need a stroker.
yeah.
Going for me.
Anything else for YouTubes?
Yeah.
That's all I
Okay.
got.
No main discussion. Let's get into some questions.
Pizza and questions.
Yeah, pizza and questions.
Oh!
You got well, I'll handle the questions. You guys handle the pizza. It's fine.
Of course, handling the pizza as we speak. Don't want to shut the laptop, as I think that'll be the end of our
Oh yeah.
broadcast.
Jesus, that is a pizza.
That is Frank Pepe.
certainly is a pizza.
Oh, it's still
You know-
smelling right.
You know what we didn't get was the Frank Pepe's cannoli pie. I'll have to save that. Wow, that is a pie.
Oh, let me grab a slice
Holy
out
shit.
of here.
All right, let's start with these questions here.
I don't know what's happening. Thanks, buddy.
Holy shit, there's a bunch of them. All right.
That's good.
Let's start from the bottom. Alec
God.
__ Cabrera just writes, they gave the M3, M4 a butthole.
A butthole?
A butthole. Fair enough.
Did they? That's the only thing I didn't notice.
Wait, so is there an actual butthole? Alex, if you're out there or in the chat or something, let us know what you mean. Or are you just talking about the front fascia that is a giant butthole?
More of a snout.
Yeah,
Mouth.
snout hole. Tech 2.
Tech 2.
I think we've answered this before. What's the one car you all wish you could get back? I often go back to my Mark II with a 2-liter 8-valve swap.
Yeah, we definitely answered that, but
Yeah.
my Mark III for sure.
I
Just because it'd be
would-
worth way more
I
now.
probably would have kept, same reason. I would have kept my R32, not GTR, the Volkswagen one, Mark
Yeah.
IV.
Let's see. Kyle Crobath. Shouts to Kyle Crobath.
Kyle Groban.
Wagon or sedan? P.S. Very excited for the wagon issue. Good work, guys.
Wagon.
I'm very. I'd pick sedan first, but wagon for a lot of things.
I'd go sedan if the rear seats fell down completely.
Wagon every time.
Yeah, I'd be very particular. Like that, I've seen pictures of the new RS6 because they're all being delivered now. There's a blue one. Wasn't very excited about them before. Seen that blue one, I'm like, hot damn. In
Pretty
on that.
excited?
Yeah, pretty in on that. Never finishing projects. Please tell us you're sending young Ben to H2OI for real coverage of what's happening. Maybe he's already down there. Maybe that's why he called in sick.
I wish he skipped to do something that cool.
Yeah.
Probably
Most
don't-
likely
don't-
not.
Don't
Beating
hold your
his
breath.
fucking meat.
Oh, absolutely.
TD's just writes, shouts
TD's.
TD's. I actually don't mind the rear exhaust, but the front end is fugly. I'm sure he's referring to the M3. Ronan _ H21. What car would you take on a drag week style event?
Fox Body Mustang. Old stock.
Grand National.
Grand National would be great.
Yeah.
I'm going to have both of
And
these.
on Grand.
It's just there's like
oh my god.
pizza and
I don't-
grease and cheese all over that mic stand
I
now.
don't understand what is happening.
I
right
take
now.
CTSV.
Ooh,
That'd be a
another
great
good
one.
Yeah, another good one.
Wagon.
RYXNN, Ryan. Cybertruck or new
Ryan.
M3?
New M3.
Even
New
as
M3.
much as I don't like the grills, new M3.
One's gonna exist and one isn't.
And one
Cybertruck's going to
doesn't
exist.
look like my daughter drew it. So,
Depends on the front.
okay. Pocket full of sunshine. Oh, this is such a good one.
Pocket full of sunshine.
As a guy that's not into sports, I now get what it's like when your team is losing. Obviously, a huge BMW fanatic. So
Not doing good.
he sums it up quite
He
well.
has to unfortunately represent the brand.
Yeah, you got to have a secondary team.
The real Pofo. Unfortunate
Real
things
Pofo.
happen when your head designer goes to Kia. Hey,
Key's putting out bangers, too.
He is looking good lately.
that's why they're so caliente. McGrath Paul, can you please tweet Elon Musk and ask when he'll be making a time machine? I've continued to tweet him. He still has not answered.
Soon.
NJ Brown 55 just writes WTF question mark. We all know what this is in regards
Jay
to.
Brown, man, that's
Also,
true.
we still appreciate the.
Yeah, huge shouts, man. Ian K, what's worse, the Aztec
okay.
or the new M4?
Aztec
Still the Aztec.
certainly
yeah.
was.
Aztec's very useful though, apparently.
860 go. How many kidney
860 go.
beans? How many kidney beans in the kidneys? That's a shout
Do it
to
a lot.
Andrew. I'm sure he could figure that out. Doing some math and wizardry. Let's see.
Isn't everyone's kidney a different size?
Are they?
I don't know.
No, it means kidney beans in the BMW kidneys.
Yeah,
Grills.
yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you, man, kidneys
Like
inside
real
of a person.
kidney.
Can try that too.
I was gonna say Shaq definitely has bigger kidneys than I do.
Yeah, he definitely
He's
does.
got bigger something.
Seen him.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
It'd be a little. Never mind. Never mind. Where do I go? Where do I go from here? Jackhammer.
Jackhammer.
With Chuck being this diehard BMW guy, when he is ordering something other than this ugly ass M3. Wait.
What?
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, he's not ordering anything.
I don't know when you get the idea I'm a diehard BMW guy, big Nissan guy.
Yeah, watch the video we put out. He rebuttals to that, and just explains it.
I wanted one, but then I saw it.
But then here we are. Let's see, a couple more. Sasquatch 16 valve.
Sasquatch
Ooh,
16
here we go.
V.
Here's a good, while we're eating. Favorite dip for chips?
Buffalo chicken dip, homemade. I make bomb ass buffalo chicken dip.
Really?
Have to
Oh,
try
yeah.
that at some point. Maybe bring that in for a potluck.
I like that 10-layer dip.
I'm just good with plain old salsa.
Oh yeah, like a
good.
bean, like a 10-layer, like
As many
bean-
layers as you can throw at it, I'm dipping. But
Oh.
don't count some bullshit as a layer. You know what I mean?
Although
Like the wrapping for the packaging.
We put lettuce on the top. We call it a layer. Get the fuck out.
lettuce, tomato, that's two.
I'd rather you double up on bean layers separated by something. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, I love refried beans.
Let's see.
Very tight.
Oh my god, I had black bean hummus the other day. Let me tell you, Josh is like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
No, I just heard.
I'm
thought
having
my phone.
I'm
was
having
vibrating.
cold
This is-
pizza anxiety with this fucking top open.
Yeah.
It's hard for me. I have to
Uh,
eat it all before it goes cold.
Jojo_Mark2 just writes, who's ready
Jojo.
for their Instagram and Facebook feed to be littered with H2OI content? How many cars do you guys think will be impounded and how many people will be tased? Probably a lot.
I think probably half a dozen tasings.
And lots. I mean, again, just from the few, I don't know if they're real or not, but the few Facebook posts I've seen thus far,
I got a few pictures sent to me directly earlier.
if in fact they are accurate, there's already, I don't know, 5-6 cars that I've seen being impounded.
Yeah, I
Something
mean,
like that.
We know a bunch of people down there. Godspeed, God bless.
Yeah.
Keep your head up.
Yeah, I was just
Keep it
gonna
on a
say,
swivel.
head on a swivel. Never finishing projects again.
Never
also
finished
writes,
project.
what do we need to sacrifice to the lizard people in order to end this nightmare?
Dude,
Here's a
I
que-
don't.
here's a question. I mean, how else should they have done it?
Right.
There's
because-
lots of ways. No,
'cause-
there is. There's
no,
tons of ways.
Because
but, like, how else?
there was I get your point because there were
We're talking about the virus. I don't know.
there were some photoshops of the grills made smaller, and then I'm looking and it's just like, oh well, it just looks like a facelifted F-Series one.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah.
so to your point of like the aggression and difference and change in style, I get that. It's just a lot. It's a lot to accept.
It's a lot to take in all at once.
A lot to take in.
Well, so Rhode
It's like
Island
the
just
first
got-
time you unzip the pants. It's like, whoa, all right, buddy.
There it is. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Listen.
how do you do?
Rhode Island just got banned from Connecticut today.
Again?
Rhode Island just got banned from Connecticut.
And New
Oh,
York.
Jesus.
in
And
Jersey or
in
something.
Massachusetts, I'm sure everywhere. My golf is low.
My golf
My
is
golf
low.
is slow. Sorry, Jesus. Can we make pop-up headlights a thing again? One can only hope.
I think legally no, but yes.
Yeah, legally, definitely not.
Probably not. S14 OCP. Are new
S14.
cars these days getting
OCP.
uglier or better looking? I'd say uglier.
Depends on the manufacturer.
That is it for our questions.
Although,
Rapid
I mean, if
fire
you look
questions.
at, I mean, there's so much to draw from the past that you can almost find a good-looking car that anybody made besides Audi. So yeah, I don't get it.
That's it. I think we're done here. I have a couple things that we're working on scheduling. So,
Yep.
or a handful of shit that
We
we're
got all
working on
sorts of stuff
scheduling.
coming on.
Yeah. So next week,
Shout out to the Big Donut.
Should have a guest in studio. The week after that, I think another guest in studio. Big Donut's coming up. We are
What's
still
coming on next week?
Can't tell you.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll chat.
I don't actually know either.
We're looking at some other stuff. Again, it really depends on what we're allowed legally to do. We want to do a bunch of cool stuff, and we're gonna try. Okay. Yeah. Shouts to Tony Smith here. He asked. He had a
More fucking
request.
pizza.
He had a request for us. Can we do the what we're into?
Sure.
Hot boxing with Mike Tyson.
Hot boxing with Mike. Oh,
His podcast.
Him and it's just him and with
Yeah,
guests?
so it's his podcast. The first few episodes are real bad because, I mean, let's face it, Mike's not the best public speaker.
So I was going to ask how the quality was because the last time he was on Rogan, listening to it, I'm just like, oh man, like I couldn't.
The first few, as you go back to the beginning, the first few were a little tough because whoever was kind of producing it really kind of didn't know how to deal with Mike, I should say.
Direct, right.
And then
right.
now, I mean, I just listened to the Eminem one, and now I'm listening to.
Oh shit, he had Eminem on.
Oh yeah, it's
That's
really good.
Awesome.
And then he's got Francis Ngannou now on, and they're much later. So whoever's producing it now found a way to deal
Coerce
with
him through.
deal with just the volume of his voice, the tone
Okay.
of his voice, how it changes all the time, or
Yeah.
how, I mean, who the fuck are you to tell Mike Tyson talking to the mic?
Right,
Like,
right.
Yeah. Not
Ain't
me.
nobody gonna do
I would
that.
tell him.
Yeah.
I'd tell him.
Not me,
A
but
little closer.
yeah, it's gotten much better.
Yeah.
Got much better. But Hot Box with Mike Tyson, it's good. He's got a lot of good people on.
Yeah.
What's he got? Is it Havoc from Mobb Deep? I think he's got. I mean,
Oh,
just
cool.
the list is incredible.
That's good. I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah.
What have I been into?
I'm into watching Corey and I destroy a whole pizza live on air.
Seriously.
We got like 2 pieces
There's
left.
2 pieces left. Dylan writes, Corey, you watching UFC this weekend?
Absolutely.
Just real quick.
Adesanya's going to win by knockout, 3rd round.
There it is, folks.
Yeah.
I haven't.
That's a stone cold lock of the week.
That's. I've been focused on getting the magazine done, preparing for some new shirts, long sleeve stuff, maybe a hoodie, maybe a coat, maybe some other goodies. Working on some new stickers. Planning issue number 007, which is actually going to happen and come out much quicker than the last one, which is good. And that is about it. I think I haven't really been into anything directly. Certainly nothing E36 related because that's kind of at a standstill at the moment. But hopefully that stuff gets moving the next couple weeks.
We need everybody to buy our merch so we're not living in a box.
Basically, and we can afford, pepperoni pizza.
Yeah. No
versus
pepperonis
cheese.
this time.
No pepperoni shortage out there, by the way.
If
folks.
we sell a few more
Pepperoni
magazines, we'll
shortage.
have at least one with pepperoni.
A pepperoni to split.
What are you into over there?
I'm into a bunch of top secret projects that you'll find out after they happen.
All right, sweet. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, 100%.
If I holler at you, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
God bless you.
I think that's going to do it for this week. We will be back next week with a guest. Probably not Young Ben.
No.
We're guessing no on the young band.
And yeah,
If you want to be our intern, hit us
Get in
up.
touch.
We'll use you next week.
yeah.
Thanks
Thanks for
for
listening,
listening.
everybody. See you next week.
Peace.
Miss you guys.
Oh, do we have a call?
Can't
Okay.
happen.
Okay. Yeah. See ya.
Woo!